So
What?
not to be like
Brain dead.
well,
Brain dead.
I'm only doing this because you call me brain dead, okay? Sorry, but you understand that discretion exists at literally every single level of the legal system.
Does that make sense?
Oh, wait, so that's my position. Like when I said, I don't really care that much, it might have been really bad, probably shouldn't have done it, or it might not have been that bad at all. Isn't that the position I literally opened the conversation with?
You lost the argument then.
I think you're lost in the argument. What? And I think it's good. I think it's good to be able, well, if you're Aiden Ross, it is.
Why is it so bad to be a centrist sometimes?
Well, online, the majority of people that say that they're a centrist usually just come off as like they're conservative, but they don't want to say it for some reason. People want the aesthetic of being nonpartisan. So they're like, oh yeah, like I'm not politically partisan, I'm just a centrist. But then they always, like every single person on the online politisphere that calls themselves a centrist will relentlessly defend Trump to the death. And then relentlessly shit on Democrats. Good job, yeah, well there you go, you're that.
Damn. Why am I so liberal on certain points? But sometimes I find myself to be slightly on the right on topics like economics or whatever.
I mean,
Selfishly economic, but selflessly democratic.
I don't know that. I mean, if you're rich and you just want to be taxed less, that makes sense, I guess, from a selfish point of view, yeah.
Nah, I don't really give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
I never make a decision like that because on taxes. The most I'll do is like choose where I live, whatever, and then that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
I think there are measures. The measures you take in your system in order to benefit yourself is the same thing as actively changing the system to benefit you. The difference is massive in how you're manifesting your politics or your views. That's what I think.
Wait, say that again. Say that first part again, or?
Well, what I'm saying is that if you give me a system and I do the best play for my tax, whatever, that isn't wrong. But if I go and I change the system to benefit me and my position, that's when it's wrong. That's how I feel about it. Like, of course, I'm gonna maybe change state, incorporate in another state, right, to get better taxes or whatever, but I'm not gonna advocate and vote and lobby so that the laws change so that I pay less taxes. Does that make sense? I play the game as best as I can.
Yeah, you're
I
just
don't
trying to, you
game.
would like maintain the status quo but not make it worse?
What do you mean maintain? I don't maintain.
Well, but that's what you're saying. You're
cool.
saying that like if it stays the same, that's okay. You just wouldn't make it worse for other people?
Okay, let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase. I'm not going to change my vote or change my moves based on the wanting less taxes. But on the topic of taxes, I will play my cards right in order to pay as less tax as possible because that's what everybody should do. Right?
Sure, those are two different things, like what you vote for in terms of what policies are important.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
so that's what I'm saying.
Oh, sure, I guess, yeah. Everybody,
So
everybody should do that. You should always be using an optimal tax strategy, always, right? As part of your, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's because people were saying like, oh, because you're rich or whatever. Well, yeah, well, because I'm rich, I will do the best I can to pay less taxes because that's what everybody does.
Sure, but I mean, like, what you do to optimize your tax strategy is different than voting. Like, if you're voting to optimize, like, to change laws about your tax strategy. Yeah. Sure, okay.
Yeah, boom. I think that's a good thing.
Okay.
Well, do you think that's good?
I'm pretty sure that's basically my position now. It's one of the reasons I live in Florida.
Something I don't understand about
state income tax is brutal. Jesus.
What's up?
I said state income tax is brutal. It's one of the reasons why I live in Florida right now.
Yeah, same. That's why I used to live in. That's why I used to live in Austin as well. Mm-hmm. So it's funny. It was like, oh, dude, live in California. Okay, give me $3 million. You give me $3 million, I'll live there. That's the cost. That's literally the cost differential of being in California. $2.5-3 million. I'll live there if you want to. Give me a free house then, bitch ass.
Jesus.
I'm not doing that shit. It's just it's rented. It's rented. What?
Nothing. Just agreeing with you. What are your thoughts? I'm tired. It's late for me. Do you have any big thoughts for the debate?
Well, you're tired already?
Well, yeah. I normally stopped streaming 2 hours ago, but I stayed out to cover this bullshit.
Well, you stopped streaming. Oh, you should have.
Well, I stopped streaming on YouTube because they said they were going to be like aggressively DMCAing people. So.
Why were you doing that?
Why what?
Wait. You said it one more time? The last sentence you said?
I said I stopped streaming on YouTube because I think CNN said that they were going to start aggressively DMCAing people. Yes.
That's why I went on Kick. And why would they ever do that though? Why?
Because they want all the people on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, but they watch it. People watch it regardless though, on their channel. It's just from a different rebroadcast. How's that a problem?
You're responding to. I don't know who you're arguing with. You asked me why are they aggressively DMCAing people? The answer is because they want everybody to watch on their channel. If you're going to tell me that people find a way to pirate shit anyway, yeah, sure. That's like saying why is there DRM or why do people put locks on their houses if people are going to break in anyway? I don't know. I mean, obviously, yeah, if they break in anyway, they break in anyway. But that's why you do it, right?
Understood. Okay, give me your thoughts on the doc stuff. Go.
Give you the toss.
Give me your view and your everything on the doc stuff. Thoughts?
I don't care that much. I don't know what he actually did. Nothing is leaked yet, like in terms of details, right? It's just that he was like talking inappropriately with a minor. Do we even know the age of the girl yet on Twitch or?
Well, it said it. So now it's confirmed from multiple big sources and article and whatever, right? It's definitely sexual conversations and asking about plans for TwitchCon with however you want to classify that.
Sure.
With minor.
Yeah.
Well, when you compute these parts, what does your brain tell you? And what are your views? And what are you think the optics are?
Well, the optics are probably bad. He probably shouldn't be chatting with minors on Twitch. My brain is telling me both of those things.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, assuming he's like trying to have sexual relationships with some chick or whatever and meet up with her at an event, it's probably not a good thing. You probably shouldn't do that.
Definitely not a good thing. What the heck?
Well, I don't know. What's the age of consent in the TwitchCon state, I guess. Whatever the law is, he should absolutely be following it. And I don't think he was, so it would definitely be bad if.
Well, I mean, now you're doing what I call like legality cucking. It's an easy place to hide, but I want you to take the strong Chad morality.
The strong Chad morality standpoints is that when anybody talks about like raping or doing bad shit or whatever, I need to see logs. I need to see shit happening. Otherwise, I just don't give a fuck. That's my position. If some 17-year-old girl is DMing Dr. Disrespect, she's like, hey, we should go to kind of. Dr. Disrespect's like, yeah, I'm gonna whatever. I probably shouldn't do it. She's young, that's stupid, but I just don't really give a fuck that much. I think it's retarded. I don't think anybody actually cares. I don't give a fuck if they want to do it, knock themselves out. I don't care. At this point, I just don't give a fuck about any of that shit. Okay. My mind is in Israel-Palestine. Yeah.
When you say I don't give a fuck, you mean like you don't personally care that much because it doesn't move mountains, whatever. But you still care about the topic and the morality in general. Just not, like let's say you weren't distracted and that's all you had to do now, right? Do you care or not?
No. When I say I don't care, I don't. Even though he probably shouldn't do it, I just don't think it's that big of a deal unless he's actually trying to like mind fucker in DMs, where he's like actually like leveraging his position as like an adult or an influencer or something like that. I think that those would be bad things. But if like some chick messages him and she's like, oh, I want to fuck you, blah blah blah, and she's like 17 or some shit, I don't give a fuck that much. I don't care.
Really, dude, I'm not virtually lying. This is just like how I operate and how I've always seen it. I feel like the minute that like somebody that isn't of age acts inappropriately, I don't give a fuck. It's all hands off deck.
Well,
GG.
it probably wasn't all hands off deck for him because he probably wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I think it's a big deal. It's why I think it's a big deal. Literally.
That he wanted. Oh, because he wants to fuck her.
Oh, because it doesn't matter how it happened. I don't give a fuck. If somebody acted inappropriately or something inappropriate, you get the fuck out. That's it.
Well, my guess is he didn't get the fuck out because he probably wanted to fuck her. That's my assumption. Is he wanted
which is fucking terrible, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I don't care that much. I don't fucking care. I don't think it matters that much.
Well, really, explain that.
Okay.
Explain so I know more, so that if I come to the debate, somebody like you
there's literally no point. You should never debate this ever because everything having to do with consented sex is fucking cancer AIDS. But the question would be,
it is cancer AIDS.
The question here's the question. Okay, are you ready? Let's say that a 17-year-old girl messages a 17-year-old dude, and then they meet up at TwitchCon, and they fuck. Did anything wrong happen there?
No. What?
Okay, answer that question. Did anything wrong happen there?
17, no.
Okay, let's say that she finds out afterwards that the guy was actually like 30. Did it like become wrong? Is something like really horrible now?
Okay, so I'll explain it.
Okay.
So one, yes, it's wrong,
Okay.
right?
I don't know. Tell me why. Yeah.
How you process and approach how wrong it is, right, is the key, most important part in all this.
Okay.
And here's why.
Yeah.
I think the closer you get into talking, you're gonna get a lot of hints in a lot of places that somebody is probably not of age. Somebody you should apply caution. And sometimes you have to do some big turn off, boring ass shit. We have to ask a really fucking boring question, like, listen, like, are you of age? What age? And you have to and I think it's your responsibility to just flat out say it. A lot of people will defend people and say, dude, what are you gonna do? Card her? What are you gonna do? Oh, listen, man, sometimes if you haven't had a bunch of signs and you're not almost 100% sure, you definitely should make.
Okay, but I guess
sure you don't get it wrong. Because if you get it wrong, you're cooked.
I understand. So without focusing on the how to prevent it part, the question would be like, what is the harm committed in one point, and what's the harm, and how is there no harm in the other one? That's what I'm curious about.
Set it one more time.
So let's say 17-year-old girl, okay, goes to TwitchCon. She was chatting with some 17-year-old guy, and then she fucks him at TwitchCon, and then afterwards she goes home, okay? Let's say that in one world that's what happened, but in another world, let's say that she finds out like, oh God, that guy was like 25 or 30. Like, what is like the harm? What's the different results of these two worlds? Like, what's the harm in one versus the other?
Because you're underage.
No, stop doing the legal shit. I'm just asking, what's the harm in one versus the other?
No, exactly. No, I'm not doing legal.
We just said report him to who? God?
No.
I'm sorry. My bad. Go ahead.
Report to the authorities? What are you talking about?
That's the legal cuck answer. I'm telling me, like, what is the harm in one versus the harm in the other?
As I tell you.
Okay, yeah.
Because it is my belief, currently with my worldviews and everything, right, that if you're not of age, right, there's a reason why there's a legality behind it. Because you're not equipped, or society doesn't think, or science, or whatever the fuck, you're not equipped to make the correct decision, right? And other people can use that age gap.
Wait. Can I ask you, how is it that you're not equipped to make the decision to somebody who's 25, but you are equipped to make the decision to somebody who's 17?
Because that person could be deceiving you with tactics that they've learned through age, through different power dynamics, in order to get that sex out of you.
And a 17-year-old can't? You don't think a 17-year-old has ever been a boy or lied to a chick before to get laid?
Not the same way that a guy that's 25 can.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so you've come to what I would say is my position. That's why I'm saying I would need to see logs. So typically, when you think about an older person and a younger person, so people's minds just go like, oh, it's bad because of the age, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is the reason why these are usually really bad is because the older person is using the fact that they're an older person as leverage. But this plays out in a certain way. So it might be that there's like some 17-year-old chick and the guy's like, oh, you should run away from your parents' home and like come hang out with me. Or, oh, like, I know you can't hang out anywhere. I've got my own place. Or, oh, I know you can't get around. I've got a car. Like, or, oh, you don't have a job. That's fine. Like, I can pay for everything, right? These are things that the older person has that they can leverage against the younger person. Like, and not just these things. There's a bunch of things like that they can leverage. Yes. This is why it's bad, though. I would argue that these types of things are bad regardless of age, but they are especially factors when it comes to minors. So I agree with that. But absent those things, that's why I'm saying go back to the example. 17-year-old talks to some dude, meets him at TwitchCon, they fuck, and then they go home. And then in one world, she finds out, oh shit, that guy was 25. What's like the harm that's been...
Okay, the harm, like I told you, there's a lot of things that are intangibles in human interaction and dialogue, right? And even though you don't know what you're doing and how you're doing it, right? When you're older, you're using tactics, you're doing things in dialogue, in nonverbal, right? That give you a severe advantage over somebody who isn't equipped to defend themselves against these tactics.
Yeah, but like I understand, but what if the girl's leading the interactions? She DMs you and she's like, hey, we should meet at TwitchCon. Let's you're like, yeah, sure. She's like, yeah, that'd be awesome.
That person isn't of age. They are not within them to make that decision.
How can they? But they can make it with a 17-year-old, but not with a 25-year-old?
Because the person that's of age sets the playing field that's unfair. Somebody who isn't of age doesn't in the eyes of society.
I'm not asking about the eyes of society. I'm just saying, how is it that she's not equipped to make the proposition to a 25-year-old, but she is equipped to make the proposition to a 17-year-old? How? What's the difference?
Okay. Say that slower. Say it again.
We're saying that anytime we talk about a minor and a major, a minor and an adult hooking up, we always get into things like, oh, well, when you're young, you don't understand the consequences. You don't understand what the dynamics are going to be able to play. You don't understand ABC, all these things, right? Okay, but then why do they magically understand all those things when it's two 17-year-olds?
Okay, they don't. the thing that I'm trying to tell you, right, is that when somebody is of age, it's in my opinion that they can set and alter the playing field. The other person plays that playing field, right? If both are minors, they are both equally unskilled at doing so. Therefore, it's fair game. Does that make sense?
I mean, that makes it sound like that just sounds like such an insane world where we're saying that like a 17-year-old and a 25-year-old couldn't hook up because the 25-year-old might be like using powers to rape her. But if she's with another 17-year-old, his ability to use powers to rape her is a bit less. So then that's always okay. Like, how would she even be able to tell the difference?
Just don't. No.
Okay.
It's still don't do it.
Still don't do what? Hook up with anybody?
What? With an underage person?
No. I'm saying, but what? So like, if you're a 17-year-old like boy, and other girls are gonna go hook up with you, like, couldn't you mind them like just as well? Like,
yes, but I think it's fair game though. Like, what?
Okay, I guess. I'm just saying this is why I don't care that much. Like, there's a world where if some chick messaged Dr. Disrespect, she's like, oh, let's go to TwitchCon. Like, I want to you. And he's like, oh, well, I don't know. When are you going? She's like, oh, I'm going to be there in January, blah, blah, blah. I got a hotel room. Let's meet. I'm 17. He should say no for a variety of reasons. But he was like, let's do it. Like, her sending him those DMs, if they were to go through and hook up versus her telling it to like a 17-year-old and they go hook up and then they part afterwards, like, I don't know, why the do I care versus one or the other? Like, there's a whole bunch of abstract theories like, oh, well, he should know better, blah, blah, blah. But if you think about like harm to the girl, like, is she getting harmed more because one guy's older and one guy's not as old? It just seems like...
Because like I said, it's in my belief, right? That there's a reason why there's a legality standard.
Wait, stop. The legal.
Right?
There's the legal.
I'm not saying it.
Legal. Wait, if you don't want to appeal to the legal argument, then appeal to the reason, not the legal part. Just appeal to the reason then.
The reason is that there are probably mental, biological, like development stage facts and reason and studies that say in general, right? This is where we're gonna pinpoint this, right? And this is where it's fair game, and this is where it isn't.
Yeah,
and if
I agree
they
with
say
you.
a black and a white, and I think,
yeah,
that's why I say
agree
it's
with what you're
fair
saying.
game.
Yeah,
because if both are under that threshold, whatever. But if one is over, then they shouldn't use that against it. And even though they're not doing deliberately, they might do it unintentionally, which is still wrong.
Sure, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I think that like having a rule of thumb is fine. I think that where the age of consent is set at is probably fine. But what I'm saying is that like if you're asking me to care a lot about it, I just don't unless you show me some f***ed up logs. Then I'm like, oh, that was pretty f***ed up. Now I think it's really bad.
Okay, what would you?
It would be like somebody saying like, oh, like this huge streamer, this like smaller streamer, like this is horrible. It's like, was it? I don't know. You show me logs. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Or like a streamer, a fan, or a celebrity, the dancer, or two people in it or whatever. I was like, was it really bad? I don't know. Maybe it might be. Show me logs. Like, let me see. Like, it might be really bad. It might not be bad. Yeah.
Then do you agree that the level of bad has to be much less if you're if the person is underage? Then will you at least consider that point that the level of wrongness of your logs doesn't have to be that bad to be when it's to a minor than an adult?
I think it gets a little bit worse, but I think it's gonna
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but it depends on like what you're hitting on. Like there are some things that would be really bad, and there are some things where it wouldn't make that much of a difference at all. So it just depends on what you're hitting on. So like, let's say for instance, the difference between like a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old. Okay, like I don't know how, like if he was like, oh, like you're 19, like blah 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 blah, versus like, oh my god, it's 17, like that's so much worse than like at that point, I don't give a f. But if it was like with a 17-year-old, it's like, oh, like you're not allowed to like get a hotel room because you're only 17. Like, let me get it for you. And like he knows that like since I'm the only one that can get you that hotel room, you can't go anywhere else when you're at TwitchCon with me because you're a minor. Like you're completely. That's really bad, right? But we're looking at like particular actions that make something bad. Now, one might work better because she's a minor, but like in the fact that they're just like 2 years in difference in age. If he's not like doing weird shit like that, then I don't really care that much. I don't give a.
Then I feel like then me and you fundamentally disagree then, which is perfectly fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
Because I think that through my own development and through me becoming of older age, right? I noticed the amount of like power or tactic that you could gain, that you could use, right? It's not that I use them, but I'm aware of my aptitude in dialogue, in nonverbal, and I see how you could use that power against somebody who's unaware of these tactics and they could get rolled over. And I wouldn't want my child or my person or my kid who is unskilled or unapt to be rolled by somebody who is apt. I find that to be incredibly unfair, and that's why I think we should always have a black and white. Super like this is just a no.
That's fine, but like this is the view that people have of like every like girl going off to college is that you're going to be around a bunch of like guys that are always trying to like take advantage of you and shit. So like cover your drinks, make sure you don't accept drugs from strangers, don't be alone in place with guys. If you go out on a date, meet them in a public area first. If you're going to some place on Tinder, make sure you tell your friends where you're going. Like these are tips we give to everybody. They don't even have to be a minor for like these tips to be given out. Like people are going to try to roll you all the time. It doesn't really matter if you're like a minor and they're an adult. Like there's all these types of things that are constantly at play, I think.
Okay. Yes. Like I said, there's a bunch. I think this is my opinion. I think in the decision to say, oh yeah, of age and not of age is on average, right? Experience, brain development, knowledge.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. If you're talking on average, I'm always going to agree with you, of course. On average, somebody that has more money, somebody that's stronger, somebody that is older, somebody that, there's a ton of things like that. Yeah, on average, a person who is like a minor versus a person who's an adult is going to be at a disadvantage there. For averages, that's always going to be the case, yeah. The risk of abuse is probably higher. The risk of manipulation is probably higher. The risk of the minor person not understanding the consequences of dealing with the older, that's on average, that's always true. That's why you have an age of consent. I think that's fine, yeah.
Yeah, so... why do you agree with that? There should be like a black and white age of consent or whatever, but you don't agree on like enforcing it in the same severity.
I never said I don't agree on enforcing it. You asked me how I felt about a particular situation.
You say you don't care, which means you wouldn't enforce it if you were the police then.
I said that I don't care unless I see details. That fact alone isn't enough to make me care that much. I just don't really care that much. But if you give me more information and I see, oh, there was some genuinely like crazy shit going on or abusive stuff or he was like being manipulative, then I would care. But just knowing that, I just don't really give a that much.
Wait. No, you wait. Okay, hold on. You're kind of like the debate god, but on this one, you kind of lose here. I don't get it. How can you cannot hold both positions at the same time?
I absolutely can. Here's what I would tell you. I would say,
you cannot
no. What I'm saying is
you cannot not care and say that you wouldn't enforce it. Like, did you leave?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, I'm just saying it. The fact that you care or not mean that you would enforce it or not.
What do you mean when you ask enforce it? If there's like a law that was broken, then the law should probably be enforced. Yeah, I would agree with that. Sure. I don't know if there was a law that was broken. But
then you care then.
Okay. Then I guess I care. If me saying like laws should be enforced are things that should happen, then I guess I care.
Then why you said you don't care then?
Because I think what most people hear when I say, do I care or not, is like, what is the level of outrage or what is the level of like moral conviction you have around a particular thing? In that sense, unless I see something more specific, I just don't care that much. I think statutory laws, I think, are pretty important. I think it's important to protect those. I think there's a really good reason why it's a strict liability crime. I think there's a really good reason why, and I think the state and every individual has an interest in protecting minors from being preyed upon by adults. So I think the laws and everything as written are good. I think that should be enforced as written. I think all of that is fine. But I just personally don't care that much unless you show me like a greater harm committed. I
feel like you. Okay, this is more of like a worldview thing. I think you should 100% care, like by default when it's sex related. When it's like sex related, I feel like that's kind of the way I see it, right? Where like, you kind of have to, right? It because it involves a lot of possible trauma, fucking intimacy. It's like at the core, I think sex is like pretty sacred, right? It's one of the most like kind of like touchy subject or what would you say like important part of yourself when it comes down to like not being breached. So I think we should enforce it.
Sure.
Like,
sure. So here's like here's two situations. Okay. Let's say that two people live like in kind of like a country area. They're the only two houses around. Let's say they're about a half mile from each other. One guy, he's a little bit over the legal limit, but he decides to drive home. Okay, it's a half-mile drive. He gets on the road. It's like an out there country access or whatever. He drives home, gets home. Let's say that in another scenario, let's say that a guy has to drive home and he's a bit more intoxicated than the other dude, and he's got to drive through like a big city. Okay. Both of these people are committing the same crime. Do you care more about one than the other, or do you think they're both equally bad because it's the exact same crime that both are breaking?
I care the same amount. Why?
Okay, but then that's fine. Then I guess you just do, yeah.
Why was I supposed to not say that?
No, you can say whatever you want. There's no supposed to anything. I'm just asking you questions.
One is on. Okay, yeah. So the parallels that and the examples that you would want to emulate with this analogy, right, would make sense. But the problem is that the specific and the semantic that is the most important is sexuality. You cannot make a comparison or some analogy about driving a fucking car to having sex with somebody. It's fucking brain dead. It's
okay,
fucking retard
that's great.
thinking.
Okay, and that's great. And maybe you don't give a fuck about drunk drivers that kill people, okay, because you think that a 17-year-old getting by a 23-year-old is like the worst fucking thing on the planet. But for other people, especially people who've like lost family members to drunk drivers, I think they would think that that's a really fucking big deal. So that's great if you don't care, but you think it's more important to find out if some fucking guy that wears a fake wig and a fake mustache is sending sexual messages to some 17-year-old, okay? Maybe that's a really fucking big deal for you. Personally, I don't give a fuck. I would care more about the drunk driving thing, but I understand your opinion.
Okay, retard! The thing is, I didn't say that one is not important, right? I made the comparison. You made the comparison. You brought in
because what I'm saying that you can have. I'm saying that you can have two things that are like the same crime on paper, but the execution of both or the way they played out makes one thing a lot worse than the other. Even if on paper it's like the same type of crime.
It's usually bad in my worldview. Okay, especially when you're talking on to whatever, to compare, right, death or bodily harm to like a lifetime of trauma or like and mental torment. Right?
What is the lifetime of trauma and mental torment?
Yo, bitch ass pussy motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Okay. Then let's go then to worldviews. Then let's go back to the very founding blocks of life. And what do you think is worse, right? Being fucking mentally and physically tortured for a whole year or dying?
Are you dying at the end of the year?
Oh, I'm not telling you.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna die at the end of the year, then that's just like strictly worse, right?
No, you would have a normal life, right?
Oh, after 1 year, you say you
at one point I'm gonna kill you, but the other one is that you're gonna get tortured. What's worse?
Hold on, wait, I'm not. So in one you can be tortured for a year, but then afterwards you're released, and then in the other you're just killed instantly.
Yeah.
I guess it would probably depend on the type of torture, I guess. But I imagine there's probably.
Okay, so now you agree. Now you agree, right?
What?
That it's not a super science, and it's not very good to compare one to another directly as a false equivalency. You understand now? So driving.
Wait, hold on.
Right?
I'm the one who said before that I would probably need like more details of a thing rather than to say something is like some absolute yes or no, right or wrong or whatever. I don't know why you're asking me the difference between torture and death, and you're trying to say you can't compare the two. You can compare the two. What do you mean?
No, you can't compare the two. You can't.
Of course you can. What do you mean you can't compare the two? I'll do it right now. Let's say that you've got two choices. In one world, I kill you instantly. In the other world, I'm going to torture you by every morning when you wake up. I'm going to punch you in the stomach, okay? And you have to endure that for a whole year. But then at the end of the year, you get to go on and live a normal life. Which one would you choose? Would you rather die now or get punched in the stomach every day for a year?
Well, you see, the punch, but that doesn't mean anything.
It is. It's a type of torture. You're having to endure pain that you can't respond to for a whole year.
Okay.
So see, look, we just compared two different things. See how we did that? See how we compared two different things? Wow, crazy how we did that.
Instead this time, instead of punching you, right? I put a small piece of wood in your a splinter under your nails, right?
Yeah.
And I make them expand and cause nerve damage throughout your entire day. Every day for 10 years.
10 years now? Yeah, at some point, it's probably going to be so bad that I'll say, oh, I think I'd rather just die. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a threshold. Yeah.
Do you think that it's a healthy comparison?
Do I think that it's a healthy comparison?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Believe it or not, people have to make this decision in the real world when it comes to end-of-life care. And you've got to consider things like hospice or euthanasia. Yes, how much suffering, or you have to consider, like, do I want to do certain forms of chemotherapy or do I want to just die? Yeah, people have to make these decisions in real life.
Okay. How does this relate to, like driving drunk and sex crimes?
The comparison was for driving drunk that if two people committed the same crime and you said, hey, yesterday, John drove drunk. Do you think that was really bad? And I'm like, do you care? I'd probably say,
yes.
Oh. I would say, I don't know. Like, what do you mean? What he drove drunk? Tell me what he did. Like, what did he do? You know, like, oh, well, you know, he was lived in the country, 2 places. He drove with 2 friends home. There were more drinks. Like, oh, I probably don't care that much. You probably shouldn't have done it, but I don't really care that much.
Wait,
versus on the other one, because the stakes are way lower, the likelihood for damage is lower. Probably not a good idea, but I just don't care as much. Versus the other one where some guy
is irrelevant. Okay, then we don't agree on then our life views don't align. Then.
Okay, then that's fine. That's okay. They cannot align.
I don't give a fuck.
Versus another one where somebody's like, oh, this guy drunk drove and he did it through a city, you know, through in LA, and he drove home going, you know, whatever X miles an hour. He was 3 times legal. I'd be like, oh, that guy's probably doing a whole lot worse, I would say. Even if they did the exact same crime, I would say, wow, it's probably a whole lot worse.
Then even with your own argument, I'd even go against it and say that it's probably not as bad than the middle of the city then, because then in the middle of the city, speed limits are lower, visibility is better.
I don't know if drunk people care as much about
distance on average, right?
Well, no, but now you're doing it. You're qualifying it more. Yeah, you're qualifying. You're giving them conditions that you're using my argument, but you're saying, well, I might give conditions that give me a different conclusion. That's my argument, though. The conditions would matter. Much like with the statutory rape thing, I personally think the conditions matter. If like a 20-year-old happens to meet a 17-year-old, like at a fucking park, and I don't really care that much. But if a 20-year-old goes to a high school looking for a 17-year-old girl who is like trapped with her parents and is saying like, I can give you freedom, come and live with me, and I'll you, I would say that that's way worse.
My bad. I see where you got lost. I think I'm agreeing with you, but I was only saying this as a mere way of saying like, oh, if you think in your own example that driving a city is better, I can find you reasons why driving a city is. You said it's worse. I thought why it's better. As in like, I don't give a. Okay. I'm just saying you're wrong by your own example. But regardless.
Oh, well, but I wouldn't be wrong by my own example. I would say at some point, oh, well, if you could prove those conditions not mattering that much, then I probably wouldn't care. You'd be right. Oh, okay.
Then I said don't do it. My thing is don't do it.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't do it. I agree. But there's different, like, if somebody tells me, did you hear that Sam lied to John? And somebody's like, do you care? I would say, well, what'd she lie about? And if they were like, she told John that his suit looked good, and actually the shoulders are way too big for him. And I'd be like, oh, I probably don't care that much. But if they're like, she lied to him about her son, who's 18 years old now, and it's actually not his kid, I'd say, wow, I care about that one a lot more. Even though it's like the same thing, they both lied. I would care about one a lot more than I would care about the other. Even though it's like they both lied and it's wrong for both of them. Yeah. Okay,
then thank you for making the comparison about lying about a comment of shoulders to having sex with a minor. I'm glad that we have this civic equivalency out of the way. Thank you, man. Then next time, somebody.
Wait, I said lying about
17. I'm gonna go. What would Disney think about this? The comment about the shoulder and the lie. What would you think about that? Yeah, the lie's fine. Yeah, I think we're good at it. No, what are you talking about? It's so brain dead. Like the.
Wait. So then, do you think there's a difference? Okay, well, here's a question. Do you think there's a difference between a 20-year-old f***ing a 17-year-old versus a 35-year-old f***ing a 17-year-old? Or do you think both are equally bad?
Equally bad.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm at least you're consistent. Okay.
There are things that you will never learn, right? Some people, if some guy lived in a f***ing cave and didn't do shit forever, right? Didn't have any experience, right? At 35, it doesn't matter. There are tools that he has. There are things that he has at a certain age, right? That he can use as an advantage to somebody who's underage. Flat out. That's it. Age doesn't give you shit, but we have this kind of this compass where we put the foot on the ground, and that's where I put it. That's
wait, no, stop saying no, wait. The firm putting in the ground is the legal part. But you would do that for the moral part as well. Now, you could do it for the moral as well, but when you say firm putting in the ground, that sounds like just the law. I think the statutory rape law being as is probably fine, but...
No, it's not the law. It's why the law is.
Okay, I hate to be the most extreme example, but so like in a state where, okay, let's say that you're dating somebody, okay? And let's say that you're 18 and or let's say you're both 17, but your birthday is like 2 weeks before. Do you have to break up with them on your birthday and then wait 2 weeks to start dating them again?
Okay, so this is something that I don't know about. Okay, and here's why it matters, right? If there's a previously agreed upon, previously you both know who you are, you're getting there, I think you can make an argument, right? Because you're both presented with a certain level of data, a certain amount of whatever, right? As you're getting there, right? I don't think you're creating a gap that's unhealthy, right? But I don't know how the legality is it, but I don't really care. But I don't think that happens like ever in those cases. Like it's not a thing that I don't think that's like a problem.
You think every
Why didn't bring it
17-year-old
up?
that dates has the same birthday?
Oh my fucking God.
Wait. What if you're like 17 and 14 and then you level up and now you're 18 and 15?
Nope.
Okay. So between minors, it always has to be, what is like the gap between minors has to be all the time? What is it?
Okay. It is under my understanding, right, that at those ages, right, you're in school, right?
You are, yeah.
Right? The level of what you know and have seen, have experienced is usually the same at the same grade. Yes?
Well, what if somebody was held back a year?
I don't give a fuck.
What if somebody was, like, for instance, depending on when your birthday is, you can enroll in school a little bit earlier than somebody else. It's possible that, for instance, a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old can be in the same grade
Then
without somebody even being
that's
out.
brain dead. Yeah,
What?
whatever. I'm saying we're trying to accept a general rule. Stop trying to find some weasel way out of it, like you're some sort of deviant.
Stop. I'm not trying to find a way out of the rule. I'm merely challenging the level of conviction you have for the violation of the rule. I think I've already told you, and I'll reiterate it again, I think the rule is fine. I think statutory rape is a bad thing, and I'm even okay with it being a strict liability offense, because I think having to prove
Then
statutory
yes.
rape beyond a shadow of a doubt, beyond reasonable doubt, I think would be a bad legal standard. So I'm okay with the laws, but I'm just saying that on the morality part, like in my conviction, if you show me, oh, well, this 20-year-old met this 17-year-old in a park or whatever, and they f***ed or whatever, and then they went their separate ways, I just don't give a f***. I don't care that much. Now, if the cop catches him and he gets arrested for it, you probably should have checked. That's on you. But like, I'm not gonna have a huge outrage over it. I just don't give a f*** because I don't care. Nothing that bad happened. Who the fuck cares?
I don't think. I find it to be responsible to hold dialogues where you engage in that way, where like, oh yeah, I don't care that much, brother. You should act as like, let's say you're the police, like. What if it is thinking? Oh yeah. Well, I don't care. So you're police. You go down the park. Where how old are you? 17. Where how old are you? 19. Stephen Bonnell. I don't give a fuck. You guys do your thing, man. Peace out.
So not to be like
brain dead. Brain dead.
I'm only doing this because you call me brain dead, okay, you retard. But you understand that discretion exists at literally every single level of the legal system. That a cop literally can stumble into somebody committing a crime and he can say, you know what, you seem like a good kid. Why don't you walk the away? Or a cop could pull you over, look at you and go, you know what, I see you don't have any tickets. Why don't you drive away? Or a cop could pull you over, see you're a little bit drunk and you driving home with some friends. He's like, you know what, you're right down the home. Why don't you go away? You know, a judge could see you in a courtroom and he could say, you know what, seems like a good kid. Let's cut a deal. You know, a DA could look at you and go, you know what, he has no prior offenses. I will let him plead under this. Like at every single level of our criminal justice system, there is discretion that can be exercised. There are mitigating and aggravating factors for literally every single fucking crime you can commit. So for you to call me retard when the entire legal system works this way makes you the retard.
No, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. The thing is that it's why we have cutoffs, right? As in driving drunk or not driving drunk, right? Hey man, I drank a beer. I'm at 0.02. Oh man, you are under the legal under the legal limit. You shall proceed to your home. Oh wow, I'm fucked up on a stack. I'm at 0.2. I'm busted. You are now driving drunk. You will be going to jail or going through some legal proceeding, right? We are going to court over this. It's a fucking cutoff. And so yes, leniency can be applied sometimes in certain ways, but they are black on white cutoffs that society agrees to, such as the fucking consent age, bruh. It's that simple. Why don't you agree with this?
I agree with the law, but I'm saying you need to give me more information to tell me if I should care. Like, for instance, let's say that here's the thing, X, okay? I'm standing next to my car. I'm standing next to my car, okay? I've had one beer. I'm looking at my car, and I've got a second beer in my hand, okay? Now, here are my thoughts. Should I drink the beer and then drive home? Or should I take the beer with me and drive home? Now, one of
Both
those...
are crime.
What?
Both are crime.
No, that's where you're fucking wrong.
You cannot drink a beer in a car.
No,
ever.
exactly. So, but if I'm just going by xQc lives by the law here, well, as long as I'm going to be under the legal limit, I might as well chug my beer now, get in my car and drive home, because if I get caught driving with an open container, that's illegal. But if I just chug it now when I drive home and I'm still blowing it or a 0.08 or whatever, that's actually totally fine. So in xQc's world, the guy that chugs the beer first and goes home, rather than the guy that tries to like sneak the fucking beer or whatever in his car and wait to drink that goes home, you would say that the second guy is worse than the first guy because the second guy's breaking the law and the first guy's living by the letter of the law. That's retarded, in my opinion.
Wait. What the f are you talking about? just put the beer down and put it and dispose of it and then drive home.
But you could drink it and drive home. You're not breaking the law.
What?
If you drink the beer and drive home, as long as you're still under the legal limit, you're not breaking a law. But if you drive home with the beer and it's already open, you are breaking the law.
If you drive, if you drive. Wait, why do you have to do a crime?
What do you mean? What? Let's say you're standing outside your car, you're holding a beer and it's open and it's almost full. You can either chug it and drive home, or you could try to put it in the car and drive home and hope you don't get caught.
Or put it somewhere and then drive home.
Yeah, there's a third option too, but I'm in the hypothetical I'm asking between the two options. It seems like you'd say the first guy is being less moral, or I'm sorry, the first guy's being more moral because he's not breaking a law because he chugs the beer first. But what I'm saying is,
he's driving drunk.
No, he's not. He's below the legal limit.
Oh yeah, then that's fine. Yeah, then drink it then, yeah, for sure.
So you think drinking it is better than driving with an open container? Because the open container is illegal, but drinking first and then driving it is not illegal?
Yes.
Okay.
There are reasons why you don't do that. There are reasons why you don't drive drunk. Some of them mental, I'm sure. Some of them not outlined by the law, whatever the fuck. And I respect it enough. Even though I don't understand it personally, I think it matters. But yes, I think if you want to chug it, sure. But I just think
I don't disagree that the law is good. And I think that there's a morality to even following laws. I agree with that too.
I get the example now. Okay, then I think everybody's always wrong if there's something about driving and drinking. Just don't do it. I think personally, morally, tolerance should be zero across the board. I don't think you should ever,
but now you think that you shouldn't do it even if it's legal.
Oh yeah, I mean, on a sense of morality, I think it should be tolerance zero. That's my take.
Okay, that's fine.
At 0.06, 0.05, I would never be able to drive. The fact that people can drive all the way to 0.08 is a fucking joke of a system.
Okay. That's fine. Let's say that somebody is let's say that you found out, okay, this girl with Dr. Disrespect, we agree that this is bad, right? He shouldn't have done this. You're saying it's morally wrong, regardless of what they were messaging, regardless of what they're saying, right? That it's bad, right?
Well, I mean, no.
What I'm saying, like,
content of the messaging is important.
Well, let's assume that he wanted to hook up with her, that their conversations were getting sexual. We agree that, or you would say that would be
automatically
bad,
bad. Yeah, automatically bad. Yeah.
What if she was Canadian, where the age of consent is 16? Has it become okay now?
Wait, what do I care?
Because before you were saying the law was so important, it didn't matter why the law is being broken or whatever, but that it had to be enforced no matter what. But what if she's Canadian? What if she's
what do I care if it changes? As long as it's under the fucking thing, it's bad.
Well, in Canada, like 16 and older is okay. The age of consent is 16.
Okay, so when it's like a morality thing.
Okay, so for you, it is morally wrong for somebody over the age of 18 to engage with somebody under the age of 18 in any sexual manner whatsoever. That's the moral wrong, and it's very hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Okay.
I think maybe because I'm more aware of my aptitude. Maybe I'm more aware of my level of comfort and knowledge about the world. I like to take mental notes and try to understand most of the time, right? If I'm getting better at something, if I'm evolving in certain ways, I feel like at 17, right? If I put myself against myself at 20, I get rolled in every way possible. At 20, I feel powerful in in ways that I don't even like explore or think about like that, you know? If it was against me at 17, does that make sense?
Sure.
I would never pit myself against like my 20-year-old self.
That's fine, but I wouldn't want to pit myself at 17 or 20 against my 35-year-old self. Like it would be, If anything, the 20-year-old might be easier to take advantage because the 17-year-old has a dad to go through.
True.
The 20-year-old might be all on their own in college. That might be an easier rape victim. I don't know. If you were to roll the numbers, who knows?
As much as you're right, I think that there are biological markers that affect cognition a lot, right? And decision making, at 17, you just don't have enough. And that's where I draw the line.
But no, you can't say that because at 17, we still think that they could consent to sex with other 17-year-olds. So clearly they have the ability to figure something out.
In that case, then you would be okay with going to fucking places where everybody's like mentally challenged and only aim for mentally challenged individuals to have sex with them because shit, if they're easier. Fuck it. Is that what you're saying? Oh, it's fine then because...
Wait. Link what I just said to what you just said. I'm sorry. Walk me there. I'm following you.
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
There are biological markers when you're younger, right? That affect cognition, right? That in my opinion don't make you equipped to accept or discuss sexual topics or have sex interactions with people that are of age, people that are major, whatever you want to call those.
Wait, right? Repeat that last part one more time.
To engage in sexual ways with people that are of age.
Wait, how does that make a difference when you're the person engaging with the other person? Why does it matter if they're 19 or 17?
Because like I said, I think they're missing a part of cognition.
No, I'm asking for the 17-year-old that has the ability to consent to sex. Why can they consent to it 17 but not at 19? What's the difference for them? How will they know?
Wait, in what sense?
Well, you're maybe I'm just not understanding you. You're making it sound like they don't have the cognition or the ability to figure out if they could have sex with a person who's of age. But how can they figure out if it's okay to have sex with a person who's not of age?
Okay, because it's in my opinion that the person who knows and who has the aptitude can use it in ways that are even unintentional against the other person. They can alter the playing field to their advantage. That's what I think. Okay,
it's possible, sure. Yeah.
That is in my opinion, that's how I navigate the world. I think that of age, you can manipulate certain things and change certain facts of something, even in nonverbal unintentional.
Sure, I agree. I agree. That could be the case. But this is why, for me to care, I would have to see if that was happening. If that was happening, I think it's pretty bad. There
is no world, zero, where you could analyze that.
They literally have DMs. What do you mean? You just have to look at the DMs. What are you talking about? There's text logs. I speak English. I can read it.
If it's sexual at all, for me it's instant GG.
Okay.
So I don't give a if you even tried to use it.
What if he? Okay, here I'm
sexual
curious.
conversation is automatically bad.
Okay, what if he thought she was 21? Would that change it meaningfully for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. If I see a pattern, right, of him being deceived, right, not doing his homeworks of at least looking, is this person what? If there's most of the time, listen, almost 100% of the time I've seen this, by the way, people are deliberately ignoring signs such as, oh yeah, I have school tomorrow. If you talk to somebody and say, hey, I have school tomorrow, right? And it doesn't ring a bell, you're a f***ing deviant. I don't even give a f***. You're flat out deviant. And everyone will say, yeah, but
wait, so then do you think that in the United States,
I
understand, yes.
You don't assume.
Yes, I got the virtue signal. Thank you. I don't care.
I'm gonna assume it's college.
Yes, if she's sending you pictures of her lunchbox, if she's sending you pictures of the lunch that her mom packed for today, okay, with the crust cut off the sandwich, probably red flag. I agree with you, okay? But in the United States, if you think the girl is 21, if a girl shows you an ID saying that she's 21, and then you f*** her, and then afterwards you find out she's 17, you've still committed the crime of statutory rape. Do you think that law should change then if she lied to you, if she showed you a fake ID? Do you disagree with that law?
Okay. How do you go against that? How do you get out of this then?
Well, I think the law is fine. I wouldn't say you get out of it. I think it's totally fine.
Okay. So if one of your viewers had this advanced scheme right now to make a fake passport, fake ID, fake profile, fake life, a whole months of script writing, right? In order to have this ultra story, right? and would deceive you for multiple months, right? You would be okay.
Well,
being
not
a
too many
rapist.
months because eventually they'd be 18. I'm okay with the law as written, but because of how our legal system works, yeah. But you, yeah.
So you would be since you agree, you would be okay being a rapist in that case then.
When you say being a rapist, I'd be okay with the crime of statutory rape being charged with a person, sure.
No, charged to you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. I mean, obviously, morally, I wouldn't think I would be like, well, condemnable, and I would hope that a judge would be lenient because if a person went to that length, it'd be crazy. But I understand why the crime is written as a strict liability crime. I agree with the crime, yeah.
I think I'm going to take the L on this because I think I lack the background to even understand what's at play here and how that actually works out. So that's kind of scary if you think about it.
Sure, hold on, I can explain it.
Because that makes you.
No, hold on. Let me. Okay, hold on, really quick.
No,
okay. No, it's a good.
I don't.
It makes sense. Okay, in the U.S. criminal court, okay, when you're trying to convict somebody of a crime, they have to have had the criminal intent to commit that crime, right? So for instance, if I'm like walking through a mall and I accidentally trip and I fall into somebody and a knife falls out of my pocket and stabs them, I can't get charged with murder, right? Because I didn't have the criminal intent, the mens rea to commit that crime, right?
Yeah.
In the United States, when you're doing a criminal charge, the standard for a conviction to deprive you of rights is beyond a reasonable doubt. That's like 99%, okay? No reasonable mind could doubt, right?
Understood, yeah.
The reason why we have some crimes in the United States as strict liability crimes, that means that it only needs the actus rea. They only need the action of itself, okay? The reason why is because what we're saying is these crimes are so heinous that the burden of having to prove criminal intent would make it so that way too many perpetrators would fly under the radar and wouldn't get caught. So for instance,
that makes sense. I know how that works.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
So let's say that let's say it wasn't strict liability. Let's say that I go to a high school. Okay, I find some chick and and yeah, she was only 16, and then a cop is like, oh shit, she's 16. You're going to court. Now when they take me to court, if it's not a strict liability crime, you have to prove to the jury beyond a reasonable doubt that I didn't think she was 18. Fuck, she was at high school. She came out of she was walking with seniors. I thought she was 18. You're almost never getting a conviction there unless the guy like saw an ID. You have to prove a lot, right? So that's why some crimes are okay as being strict liability crimes because it's such a bad crime. Well, some people might get caught, and that sucks. That didn't actually do it.
Then what you were saying then is that you would be okay to go to fucking trial for it.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be okay being charged with it because that would mean that the whole system is flawed against.
Well, the system's not flawed against you. I mean, that's how the system works. You have to be careful. The idea is that like you should be taking a level of responsibility, especially if you're an adult, to try to make sure you're not fucking minors. Yeah, I think it's okay. But you would hope but if the girl literally was like faking passports and shit, you would hope that you could either talk to the prosecutor or the judge and be like, bro, this chick was I'm getting here. What the and hopefully the
but
judge,
what if the person says I only had a fake passport because I wanted to go to the club or whatever? I want to whatever. It's not because I want to do this crime. I was doing this other shit, right? Mm-hmm. So now it doesn't look like they were orchestrating against you. It just so happened that it played poorly in your
Then maybe the judge would be like, you know what? I don't care. Maybe you're a bouncer. Maybe you work at a bar. How many fake IDs have you seen? Just because this chick who looks like she's 16 showed you a fake ID saying she was 25, you thought that was a good idea to bang her? You didn't add her on Instagram or Facebook or say it? Yeah, maybe the judge would say that and say, fuck you, we're throwing the book at you. We're going to go to court on it. So maybe, Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then what you were saying is that you wouldn't be okay going to jail for it. You'd be okay going to trial for it.
No. Hold on. You're in your mind. Okay. Let me back up. There's two concepts. Okay. Wait. Stop. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The legal side of things is a lot different than the moral side of things.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yes. So on the legal side, I think that the laws as written in terms of statutory rape of fucking minors and all that, I think the laws on the books are fine. But if you ask me personally, what's your level of conviction? Like how angry or how upset, how much do you care about this particular thing? Like if you tell me like this guy's in jail for 10 years, why? 3 strike laws. He got caught smoking weed 3 times. I'd go, oh, I don't really give a that much. That sucks for him that he's in jail. I think it's kind of dumb. But like, yeah, that's what I would say. But I just wouldn't care that much. That's all I'm trying to say. If somebody says like this guy is in jail for rape, and this guy's in jail for the guy on the left, he found a woman, he slipped her some root, dragged her to an alley, and he her so many times, got her pregnant, and then walked away, right? Versus this other guy, he went out with a girl, they both got kind of wasted, they ended up back at his apartment, and she ended up, accusing him, he went to court, he got convicted of rape. One of these I think is really bad. I care a lot. I think this guy's a piece of shit. The other guy, like, I don't really care that much. Like, yeah, I guess maybe you should have been drinking or whatever, but like, I don't care that much. Even if they both got charged with the exact same crime. That's what I'm saying.
All of this came down to just how you use your words. When you say, I don't care, I don't think you mean that you don't care. It's something that you say to sound edgy and cool and not like a fucking like a
Okay, I'm sorry.
cutscene.
Next time, rather than saying I don't care, what I'll say is I don't have a very high level of moral conviction for the particular action that was committed here unless I've been presented more evidence to boost that moral conviction. Is that what I should say? No. I just like I don't really give a much. I just don't care that much. I don't know what to say. That's what I feel. I just don't really care that much. But if you want to translate that to like, oh, that means that you think that the law should totally change and blah, blah, blah.
Father, Destiny, do better.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just saying. I thought I thought it would sound cool if I said that. So.
Okay, based. You're a Quebecian. I don't expect
what
anything
what
from
I
you.
should have said is you are within the moral standard or higher than above because of your statue as a parent in society, sir. See, we can do this all day, bro.
Wait, what?
We can do this all day.
Based. Absolutely.
What is it? What is a thing about this interaction? Let me search that. He got your ass kicked, Leo. He got you there.
Who's Leo? Is that your nickname or is that my nickname?
Kick Leo to the emote.
Oh.
Well, no, I didn't lose. I conceded a point fairly because I don't believe in continuing a dialogue about something that if I don't actually disagree. I had to concede 1 point out of the entire thing, and that's perfectly okay.
You also don't have to concede anything. We can just have differences of opinions here.
No, I can concede that. I didn't know that's how statutory bullshit works, right? So I guess I would also be okay with like.
Well, hold on.
That scenario, if I had like this mega intention to like do this like fucking.
Hold on.
Bullshit.
You can say that you don't care about it, but the moral justification that you gave was basically the exact reason why the statutory thing exists. You were basically saying that, like, as a general rule of thumb, these developments happen, and these people have these abilities to take advantage of other people, and it's so bad it should be wrong in almost every. Like, you basically gave like almost the full argument for like strict liability. Yeah.
When it comes to sex, I think, and sexting or anything, I think go as hard as you can on all of them, right? If they're innocent or whatever, sure, whatever, man. If there's a misunderstanding, sure. I think you should treat it with seriously and go super hard on all of them, right? Because the reality is, somebody's evil, right? And you know how this works. They do this shit. They play the plausible deniability game. They play the whatever I don't know, the whatever, right? And then they find a pattern where it works, and they use it until they get what they want out of it. And that's how really bad things happen. That's how the
I agree that really bad things can happen. Yeah, I'm just saying that sometimes the details matter, right? Do you think it's possible, for instance, that a girl could realize that, like, oh, it's really easy to control boys with sex or whatever, and might extend that up and might play that up more and take advantage of some dude that is not as sexually adept or whatever as she is? You think that's possible? Wasn't there? You can tell me if I'm wrong. It's been a while. It's been like 8 years. Was it Overwatch? Wasn't there an Overwatch player who was like 20? And he ended up, it got exposed that he like sexted or whatever, some 16-year-old.
You know
and didn't she leak logs saying, listen, if this guy like doesn't date me or tries to get away with some bullshit, like I'm just going to say that he tried to or some shit. Didn't she literally say that to 16-year-old? Like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, whew, damn. She's like playing the out of this dude, and she's got all the leverage. She's the one manipulating him, and she's got the law on her side. Damn. Not only is she playing this motherfucker, if anything leaks, every single person on her side, because supposedly the other guy was supposed to be responsible for everything, even though she's the instigator on all of it, and she's got all the sexual leverage. In my opinion, I think it's kind of wacky, but you know.
Sexual leverage, in my opinion, right, doesn't exist when you know you're interacting with a minor. That's all.
Okay, that's fine, but you're just wrong there. And that point,
well, no, I'm correct. I'm correct.
No, you're wrong.
I mean, you're wrong.
Okay, here's a question. Do you think
if
that?
You
no,
question.
Super
have
easy.
No
super easy. Okay, yeah,
over
sure.
me.
That's fine.
I
Okay,
don't
that's
give a
fine.
fuck.
So here's
you
a question.
Are not
that's fine.
A potential
cool.
sexual partner.
Easy. That's cool. Okay, so who do you think could fuck more people? A 17-year-old going into a college dorm with a bunch of 22-year-old guys, or a 22-year-old guy going into a high school classroom? Who do you think would get laid more if they were to try as much as they can, with the goal of f***ing over the other person too, to see who has the most leverage? Who do you think could get laid more?
You know what? Surprisingly, about even.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. About even.
Okay. I completely and totally disagree, and you are completely and totally incorrect, but...
Wait, what?
because the 17-year-old could probably literally not, if she was like trying, if she was like super trying, she could probably every dude in that dorm and their dads. Probably like half the dads do. Absolutely. You think that a 20-year-old average, a 20-year-old college guy who does have some advantages, but you think the average 20-year-old college guy could waltz into a junior high school class and most of the girls, or you think he could do it just because he's...
Girls love older dudes.
Oh,
okay.
Throughout
high school, you see that.
No.
You know that?
No. The concept of girls love older dudes.
Well, in high school, nobody wanted you, so I guess you don't know about this.
No, I do now, okay? This is like when people say, oh, bald guys are hot. No, hot bald guys are hot. Girls don't just like older guys. Girls tended to like the older guys that were predatory and adept and went to high school to prey on those girls, okay? The average junior in high school is not trying to hook up with like the average...
Older, as in like illegally going predatory.
Hold on, wait. A 21-year-old guy preying on 17-year-olds, that's illegal. That would be illegal. Junior in college versus junior in high school would still be illegal.
Wait, what age and what age?
21-year-old versus 17-year-old.
Yeah, I know this. And what I was saying is that in high school is that like we have 5 grades in high school, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It would happen pretty often that like dudes that were like in 4th grade would have a much easier chance with girls in like 4th or 4th or 5 to 4 or 5 to 3, right? Just because on the basis that they're older and they go to places that have older people and it's cool. It's cool to hang out with older people. It's cool to do it, and girls are attracted to that. Then in high school, that's how it was.
Do you know what else is cool? Is guys who want to fuck girls.
Whatever. Guys, 4th grade of high school.
A 17-year-old girl going into a 21-year-old dorm of juniors in college could literally her way through the entire thing and half the families there. Guaranteed. Okay. You really think the 21-year-old guy going to a high school could clean up as well as the girl? It wouldn't even be close.
Okay. True, but the guy would have a massive advantage over people that are...
He would have an advantage. Yeah, he'd have a massive advantage. But guys still generally need to work quite a bit harder than girls because girls tend to have more like leverage there. That's why girls can technically leverage sex.
Oh my
guys
God,
have to leverage
I hate the word leverage.
Why? It's important to analyze it. Men usually have to leverage other things for the sex. That's why it's abusive. That's where the abuse comes from. I'm leveraging the fact that I have more money, more fame. I can get you away from your appearance. That's what leverage means. You're leveraging one thing for another thing. Yes.
Destiny.
What?
If you are underage, right? You have 0 sexual leverage over me because I don't see you as a potential sexual mate. You have 0
that's over you.
Leverage.
I don't care about you. The conversation isn't about you personally. What do you mean? That has nothing to do with the conversation about you personally.
Oh yeah, then I guess if you're a deviant, weirdo, pedo, and people have leverage over you.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Say that one time. Okay, every 20-plus-year-old guy who could possibly get seduced by any 17-year-old, all of those people are sexual deviants and perverts. All of them are.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely 100%. I will die on this hill.
Except in like Canada, where the age of consent is 16, right? Or do you think it's still even when it's legal, those guys are sexual deviants and perverts?
Or I go to Japan and it's 13. I want to go to China and it's something. Or I go to Bro, you sound like some like redneck like wheat field dumb moron.
No, it's just the cringiest virtue signal ever.
You know better. You know better.
2017. Oh, that's
you're a loser.
You're fucking
you're a
deviant.
loser.
Oh, you're like the guys on Reddit who are like, I'm 20 years old. I couldn't even imagine finding a girl who's 19 and a half sexy. Absolutely. When I turned 22, the only people that I had eyes for were the ones with the horizontal IDs. This girl approached me and I was like, oh my God, I'm 22. You look like you're 20 years old. I could never anymore, honey. I'm so sorry. I just don't bullshit, bro. This is the biggest virtue signal cope I've ever heard in my life.
Man, the mental gymnastics that you guys have to go through in order to commit crimes is ridiculous.
Well, not commit crimes, because remember, you said in places where it's legal, they would still be deviant predators.
Then morally deviant behaviors. Then, like, it's crazy. You have to go through. Well, I was thinking about this in this place, and you have to do all that, bro. Who's saying anything?
You're the one going through the mental gymnastics. Here, I'll tell you how the mind of the guy works. He's 20, he's 17, you go, oh shit, she got nice boobs, nice tits. Oh fuck, she's cute. I want to fuck her. That's it. But in your mind, you're like, oh well, at 20, when I'm talking to the 17-year-old, what I actually realize is I have these psychosexual leverages that I might be exhibiting, even in ways that are unintentional to me. The body language that I'm using might convey a ninjutsu that's going to seduce this poor woman who has absolutely no idea what's fucking happening, and I need to resist. Oh wait, I'm sorry, she's 18. It's fine. Oh, whew, close call.
So you know what I do, Destiny? I date in my age bracket.
No, not age bracket. Don't say that because in Canada, or no, I'm sorry, in a 19 and a 17-year-old aren't in the same age bracket for you, right? Or is age bracket to 1 year? You even said an 18 and a 17-year-old wouldn't be okay.
I date my age bracket.
What is age bracket? How many years? How many years is the bracket?
I don't partake in deviancy.
Wait. How many years? Okay, how many years is the bracket? What does a bracket mean?
Oh, dude, I date my age bracket.
What does that mean? What is a bracket?
Bro, it's personal biases. It's what you do.
No, I'm just asking though. What does a bracket mean?
Wait. At the age I am at right now, I'd like to be in a 3-year up or down.
Okay.
That's what I like to do.
But when
At
you were
my age.
younger, it shrinks or grows, or?
Absolutely 100%.
Okay. So when you're 18, the bracket is 6 months.
Humans have to evolve and adapt. Humans have to get new sets of data and have a new decision. No. There has to be a one-way rule to all this. Oh my god, dude. Fucking Nebraska Andy that thinks you have to do one thing and just hold on to that. Conservative cucklord. What is wrong with you, man?
Okay,
How are you so fucking...
So what is the bracket
what?
when you're 19? Is the bracket then is the bracket just however far away you are from the 18 age, or?
Date your age.
Wait, here's a question.
It's not
if
that hard.
If you can just know because girls are immature and blah blah blah, well then you should never even have to ask for an ID, right? You would just instantly not be attracted. If a girl walked up and she's like, "Hey, do you want to look?" and be like, "Oh, I can feel 17-year-old aura emanating from your body. I don't even need to see an ID. I can just tell.
Nope.
I can feel you're not in my bracket."
Okay. I know. I see what you're doing. You're doing the sneako thing. You know what's crazy? You fail to realize you found yourself in the same argument.
Okay.
They did the sneako.
Yeah, but the problem is you don't have a destiny to bail you out here. The destiny is the opposition.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. So now you've agreed. You're debating out of bad faith.
I'm not debating at a bad. You're the one that said every single person
Now
who's
you've
19 or
agreed.
20 who might be attracted to a 7-year-old is a sexual deviant. That is an insane position. Sneeko defended fucking 9-year-olds. That's a way different position. I don't have to ask a 9-year-old girl for her ID to know if I would fuck her or not. Okay, that's wild. That was Sneeko's position. To be clear.
Guys, I will chat decide. Actually, Giga chatted. Listen, that was the exact Sneeko argument in reverse.
It wasn't. This is none of what I'm saying has anything to do with a Sneeko argument. What are you talking about?
Okay, you can't.
Sneeko's arguments weren't on the margins. It was for a 9-year-old. You understand that I'm not making an argument here that it would ever be okay to 9-year-old, right? In fact, I would go as far as to say that if you as an adult male was ever attracted to a 9-year-old, you're probably a pedophile. And a real pedophile. Not an XQC, oh, you saw a 17-year-old, you thought that she was attractive, you're horrible. An actual pedophile. Like, you want to people, okay, that you just baby wipe their shit away. You're an actual crazy pedophile, okay?
I rarely use those words. I usually refer to it as some deviant, some weirdo, some creep, and it can be those things.
Deviant, weirdo, and creep are way different than like predatory deviant. Now you just moved to a different bracket, if you will.
Oh, predatory then. All that then.
Wait. Since it's all bad, do you think that a 20-year-old a 17-year-old is the same badness as a 20-year-old a 4-year-old?
Whoa! Dude, why do you always have...
No, that's your rule. You said it was all the same level bad. I'm just curious.
Why do you always go on stream and find the possible worst scenario?
I'm just asking. You said it. It was your rule. You said it. You said a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old was the same bad as a 30-year-old and a 17-year-old. So I was thinking a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old 4-year-old. It's the same thing to you. They're the same level of bad.
Okay. I think the type of bad, right? It's the same type of bad. The severity of that bad will extend. Does that make sense?
Oh, wait, so that's my position. Like when I said, I don't really care that much. It might have been really bad. Probably shouldn't have done it. Or it might not have been that bad at all. Isn't that the position I literally opened the conversation with?
Wait, what the fuck? How's that a win for you? You're not even listening. That's brain dead. Why would you even say that? It's still in the bracket of the bad thing. Just how bad it is.
I thought Okay, maybe I misinterpreted.
So are
but
you against
earlier it
all
sounded like you were
predatory
saying
pedo-
earlier it sounded like you were saying if the crime is the same, then the feeling of badness is the same. Remember the drunk driving examples I gave, where I was saying, well, the circumstances actually would heavily influence how much I cared about the particular thing. And you're like, oh, well, I would care the exact same, even if one was driving in the city and one was driving in the country. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I think I would care.
Yes,
and then that's why I asked you, and that's why I asked you, a 20-year-old fucking a 17-year-old versus a 50-year-old fucking a 17-year-old. You said, oh, I'd feel the same. It's like, oh, okay.
I agree with everything you're saying, right? All the time.
Okay.
Now let's kick it up a notch so that I can explain how I'm right.
Kick it up
right?
a notch. Let's go.
Okay. This guy killed one person.
Mm-hmm.
This guy killed 60 people, right? A murderer, a serial murderer, right? It's in the bracket of murder. Always bad. I always care about it, right? But the 60 kill person, really fucking bad. Ultra terrible, mega evil murderer. Still a murderer. You should care about sexual crimes regardless of how bad it is. It's a sexual crime. It's really bad. Be mad about it. Don't give me this, oh, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. It's some fucking pussy stance. Anything else?
Wait, so then the 1 to 60, so you just said that your own comparison didn't work because a sexual crime is always bad regardless of the age. So that's fine then. 20 and 17 should be the same as 24 then. Sexual crime is always bad, it's always horrible, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna go way hard on the one that's worse.
Okay, that's how I feel. So if the DMs were leaked and the girl was like, hey doc, what's up? And he's like, what's up?
So you don't care about predators as long as they're not like ultra predators then.
If he engaged in predatory behavior, then I would care about it. I'd say that's pretty bad. You shouldn't have done
The
that.
act itself of engaging in a sexual manner with an underage is predatory de facto.
If she's the one driving all the interactions, he should say
don't
no.
give a fuck.
That's fine. I'm not
don't care
describing
what
your
they
position.
do.
I know you don't care, but I'm saying for me, I would. If he's like seeking out 17-year-olds and DMing them, and he's trying his hardest to like flip them into mates at TwitchCon, I would say, holy shit, this dude is fucking crazy. If Doc has 50 different girls that DM him, and he sexts and tries to all of them, and one of them's 17, and you know she's also like, oh yeah, let's fuck, and he's like, oh sure, whatever. I just don't care that much. Or whatever. I don't really give a fuck. He shouldn't do it, but like I don't really care that much.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm solid on this point. All with the fact that if somebody said, hello, I am deliberately jailbaiting you, right, into some sex shit lamau, and I engage it away in a sexual way, right? If somebody said that, right, I would still go against the person who replied to that is of age, 100%. It is not up to the underage person to know to like do the correct things. It is the moral obligation and legal obligation of the person of age not to reply and engage in sexual conversations that are not of age.
Sure, if that's the case, if that's your position, that the 17-year-old just doesn't know any of this and can't, I think all minor sex is unethical, including between themselves, and they should all be punished as such. If they're so fucking retarded that a 17-year-old doesn't know that it's a bad idea to DM a 35-year-old trying to fuck, if they're that retarded, they shouldn't be 17-year-olds. If anything, it might even be a worse idea to 17-year-old because a 17-year-old is going to be retarded too. So I think it's all wrong in that case. If that's your position, then your stance should be all minors shouldn't be allowed to each other. It should all be illegal, in my opinion.
Disagree. If you're both dumb, it makes sense that some dumb shit's gonna happen between dumb people, right?
No, that doesn't make sense at all, actually. No, I don't think so. I don't think we would think this way about any other type of crime ever. I don't think we would ever apply this standard, ever.
So you don't think that we're more lenient to the people that make crimes when they're like 15, like an actual, like a massive, like gun robbery? Do you think that they get a more lenient sentence or more lenient kind of view? Whether they're like 15 or 14.
No,
and
I think
20?
they do. Yeah, they do get a more lenient sentence.
Yes, they do. Okay,
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you understand that when you say more lenient sentence, you're still implying they committed a crime? Now, let me ask you, do you think that if somebody commits an armed robbery, but they were only 15, do you think that it becomes okay? What if they only robbed a 15-year-old? Is that fine now?
Wait. Say what?
If a 15-year-old commits armed robbery, we don't call it not a crime because they're 15, and we wouldn't call it not a crime because they only robbed a 15-year-old. We would say, oh, well, they're a minor, so we'll charge them less. But they would still be charged with a crime.
Okay, because that action is a crime, right? But the action of having sex with your own age when you're not of age is not a crime.
Yeah, but it should be. If you're too retarded to find out.
Going to the life should be like this. Okay, Hassan, I got you, man. I think everybody should have a general income and never have to go to work and live a peaceful world, and everybody should be happy and smile all the time. Guys, Hassan's Biden will W. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, some utopia, sure, whatever, utopia. Yeah, I guess you're right.
What utopia? We're arguing. I'm saying that I believe that your moral position, I think, would commit you to saying that all minors having sex is unethical, even if they're fucking each other.
Well, it doesn't. Checkmate.
Giga Chad.
It doesn't. Checkmate. That's it. It doesn't. N-O. No.
Here's a question. If you made a sex club where people could go in and fuck, but it was restricted to only minors, is that an ethical sex club in xQc's world? Because everybody in there is guaranteed to be underage. You'd be okay with that, right? No. You'd be okay with that, right? You have to be, because they're all 17 and younger. So why would that be wrong?
Wait, absolutely not. Wait, what?
Wait, why not?
Because I should know better not to do this as somebody who is of age. It's my responsibility not to do this shit, moron. What?
Not to do what? Not to facilitate sex between minors?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then doctors shouldn't be allowed to prescribe birth control to minors, right? And people shouldn't be allowed to give condoms to boys under the age of 18, right? Because aren't you just facilitating sex?
Oh, man, you went full libtard. When did that happen exactly? Chat, pinpoint the exact clip or time of the stream where Destiny became a fucking libtard. Can anybody tell me this? Pinpoint the exact time. I'll build a time machine and we're gonna get Destiny back. Okay, chat, I got you, bro. Destiny fell off. I got you guys. 2004. It's gotta be like 2 or 3 years ago, because that was the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I think that if you poked your shoulder right now, your entire arm would fall off because you just got cooked so f***ing hard. Your corpse is charred.
Okay. Then here's my actual rebuttal. Then.
Okay.
Preparing for a possible inevitability or possible symptom of a problem. Preparing for people not to suffer through dumb shit isn't facilitating something.
Wait, when you sell a condom to a 17-year-old boy, you're saying, just in case you happen to fall into some pussy, okay, put on this raincoat first. You think that's what it means when you sell a condom to a 17-year-old?
Oh, man. Okay, then don't put nets at the bridge, right? Let people jump and kill themselves.
Wait a second. Oh, I'm going to try your strategy. Hold on. Oh boy, guys.
There shouldn't be any nets.
When did we lose xQc?
For jumpers.
When did we lose xQc to the retard factory, guys? Oh boy, what's happening?
Let him jump.
If people try to commit suicide, xQc, do you think that we just like let them walk free afterwards? I'm curious. Let's say you have the net. Somebody jumps to try to kill himself. Do you think that people sit in the net and they're like, shit, me, and they're like, well, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Jake. You don't think those people are interned or Brady acted? You don't think those people get forcibly committed to institutions? What do you think happens to those people?
Yes. The same way that I am sure, right, that a young person with enough people around them and caring parents, if they were to have, let's say, something were to happen, they would probably guide them, give them therapy, and make sure that they're okay. Yes, it's in the exact same way.
Yes, true. But we're not talking about giving somebody a net, okay? We're talking about giving somebody, okay, a jumping pad to jump off the bridge. We don't give condoms to little kids in case they happen to trip into some underage pussy. We give them to little kids so that they can go and seek out the underage pussy. That's why they buy condoms. They buy condoms because they know they're gonna not on the off chance that it happens to them.
Brain dead take. Well, that's fucking brain dead. Sorry, that's brain dead.
I'm sorry.
You want to know why it's brain dead?
Tell me why.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's say, I'm gonna point this out again, and I might sound crazy.
Okay.
Let's say that somebody were to like assault me, right?
Yep.
I would like to remove the possibility of having an STD from that. Even though it's a whole terrible scenario overall, right?
Okay.
Right? Having an STD is much worse. Combined, it makes the whole thing worse. Yes?
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you agree then that the condom isn't the facilitator then? It's more of a...
just kind of protects you from the negative consequences of the act, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then if I buy a bulletproof vest and somebody shoots me, as long as the bulletproof vest protects me, it's okay for the guy to shoot me as much as he wants? There's no crime
I didn't say
there?
it was okay. I didn't say it was okay.
Oh,
No.
so then you do think minors should be prosecuted for rape if they have sex with other minors?
Yo, the condom is a net win regardless. Why not? Why shouldn't you have it?
You're making it sound like the condom is protecting you from somebody committing a crime against you, like something protecting you from assault. Except in this case, you're willing to excuse the crime. And you say, oh, it's okay that they're fucking each other.
What the fuck? No, it's to prevent further harm and more harm if it can be prevented. It's like if somebody's gonna punch me or somebody's gonna throw a rock at me, right? If I had a helmet near my back, it'd be cool to have a helmet. So I could maybe.
Yeah,
right?
but in those
So
cases
less
where somebody
damage.
throws a rock at you or attacks you, they're committing a crime.
Okay, that's not... I don't give a fuck at that point. I just care more about me not being physically harmed than the legality of them being punished. Like, as a person, you care more about your physical well-being rather than them being punished. It's a prioritized thing. Do you agree?
Sure, but then in that case, what's wrong with the sex club for 17-year-olds?
Oh my god, man. You're facilitating a bunch of people that have sex under your adult supervision. It's deviant, weird, illegal, probably illegal.
Yeah, but like maybe the club is a place that provides condoms and birth control for everybody, so you're actually protecting them. Like when parents are like, "Oh, if you guys are gonna drink, at least drink at my house." You could have like the sex club for minors. Oh, if you guys are gonna fuck, at least fuck in the 17 and under sex club.
Oh man, Brendan, a potential thing happening as like that's a bad thing, and you facilitating is completely different. It's completely different.
What? I don't understand what you think is happening when you
Having
sell
a
a kid
net
a
at the
condom.
bridge
When you
isn't
sell
the
a kid
same
a
as having
condom, what do you think he's gonna do with it? What do you think he buys the condom for? To make a balloon out of it? To do
You're
whippets?
right.
He's buying
You're
the
right.
condom to go f somebody. You're facilitating the sex to some extent.
Destiny.
Yeah.
You had a condom probably in your wallet between age 16 to 30, but you never a singular time between those ages. Right? Do we agree with that or not?
I'm 35 years old. My son is 13, but sure, let's go with that. Immaculate conception. Yeah.
You got lucky. You probably came in the bathroom. Somebody took a bath. Let's be honest.
True. Yeah, on the toilet seat. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
Right?
Yes.
You understand my point or not?
No.
You've been straw manning me. I'm gonna straw man.
Wait, hold on. So just checking. You think that like a nerdy 16-year-old kid goes to the store and buys a condom just in case? You think this happens?
What?
Wait, hold on. Why do you say what? What does that mean? You just said, so if you hold a condom, the joke that you just made was, oh, well, if you're too nerdy to have sex from 16 to 30, you buy a condom, you hold it on anyways. And then I said, oh, you say, do you think like a random nerdy, or do you think I was a Chad at 16? Hold on. Wait, let me say. Do you think I was a Chad, or do you think I was a nerd at 16? Which one? Okay, I'll help you. I was a little bit more nerdy. I was funny though.
You
Okay.
were nerd.
Okay,
Nerd,
yeah, I was
nerd,
nerdy. Okay.
nerd.
Do you think that a nerdy 16-year-old goes into a pharmacy and buys condoms just in case, on the off chance that he somebody?
So that one time I saw a poll of your chat and they're deviants. So go ahead, say it one more time.
I think that generally buying any birth control as a young person is a pretty embarrassing experience. I think that generally people only do it when they really have to. Usually they ask other people to do it, or that's why condoms are usually behind a lot of cases because people steal them because it's embarrassing. If you're buying condoms, probably because you're planning on f***ing.
Okay. Planning and safety net are both equally valid, right? In
No,
this case,
hold on. They're not equally valid. Nobody puts on a bulletproof vest because they're planning on getting shot at. They're doing it in case they get shot at. Nobody buys a condom because they're in case a fucking pussy falls on them. They do it because they're planning on falling into some pussy. There's huge differences between those two things.
Somebody is a crime. Having a sexual act is not.
Yes, that's my point. You're making them sound equivalent. They're not. You're equalizing a bulletproof vest with a condom. I'm saying that.
Loser. Listen. If you're a girl, even though you're not ecstatic about the idea of having sex, right? You might think, yeah, maybe it'll happen at one point. Maybe I'll say, if I get to do it, if I do that, I would like not to get pregnant. Having contraception for that isn't a problem or some deviant bullshit. that's still fair enough.
I never said it was deviant or a problem.
Okay, then you lost the argument then.
I think you're lost in the argument.
Okay. I knew for a fact when I was 16, I had zero chance of fucking. Zero. Okay? Actually, not like some 0.1 is gonna happen. I knew for a fact zero. And even if I were to get there and I'm right there, I would have probably quivered and not done it out of some whatever, right? That's just how it goes, right? But I still have a condom around, right? So if by God's green earth fucking alignment of all planets, right? I would have we both agree now, and something happens with my brain. We're like, oh yeah, I could do this, and then we both do it, right? That I don't get somebody pregnant, right? I think having the condom in there isn't some. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, it's just okay. If I become brain dead, and most people are brain dead, and they're able to do things that are brain dead, I would like not to suffer to a bunch of consequences because of that brain deadness. And doing that as a precaution is not a problem or an issue. It seems to be for you because it facilitates, but that's a brain dead, retarded argument.
I think that what is more retarded is the assumption that a 17-year-old is completely and totally incapable of deciding if they want to proposition a 20-year-old for sex, but they have the responsibility and the wherewithal to proposition a 17-year-old for sex. I think that position is fucking retarded. I think that if you think that a 17-year-old...
Say that one more time.
The idea that a 17-year-old could never, ever proposition 20 for sex, that would always be the worst thing in the world. The same thing as a 45-year-old going to a 17-year-old for sex. I mean, the same thing. These are so horrible, so bad. I'm saying if you think it's that bad, that's fine, you can hold that position. But in that case, you should be really opposed to 17-year-olds for other 17-year-olds. Because if they're that retarded, they're probably gonna make retarded decisions fucking each other as well. And teen pregnancies and shit happen. That happens too. So there is evidence of that even being the case.
Okay, yeah, so I see where you're coming from, and I still disagree, like massive. I think that viewpoint seems to be like you're forcing it almost, even though you're wrong.
What viewpoint am I forcing that I know? Hold on. First of all, I would never force something I know that I'm wrong about. I'm saying these are the positions that you're logically
you're a contrarian, is what you do.
I'm not a contrarian. I literally laid out what part of my argument do you not understand that you want me to fully justify from start to finish?
No. I understand it. I understand, right? 100%. What I mean though is that like something that is of age, right? That they should never want that. Let's do a full reset. Right?
Okay.
Okay. It's like a wall outlet, right? You see a wall outlet in your head? You see that? Or no, in your head, a wall outlet. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then there's a port. Actually, it's called like male and female, right?
Yep.
Okay. The act, in my opinion, right? If somebody is not of age, right? They're vulnerable, right? That's how I see it, right? If they're vulnerable to somebody who is, in this instance, the male, the person that has the plug thing, right? With the metal pieces or whatever, right? That would be in this instance, somebody who is of age, right? The male, right? So he's not of age, the potential victim, right? Or high risk for harm, the female, right? This interaction is always bad, right?
Okay.
But everything else is fine. So of age to of age and not of age to not of age. So this would be a no-no. Look, so I'm drawing something. So, look. What? Is this a bad example? I think this is fine. Look.
I'm watching, yeah.
Look, watch this. Watch this. Ready? So, this is fine. This is fine. Like that. Right? Like this. Oh, my bad. This is fine. This is fine. And this is not fine.
You're describing gay sex, but...
No. So the port over here, is
Yeah, instead of
underage.
male, you mean
and
age.
the
Yeah,
poor
I
deer
understand.
is male, right? Is of age. So of age, good. Not of age, not of age. I guess good, sure.
Who do you think has more? Who do you think has more sexual ability maneuvering? Somebody who's had 5 partners when they're 17, or somebody who's had 0 partners at 20?
Okay. Say that one more time.
Let's say that at 17 years old, let's say that a girl has had 5 sexual partners, and there's a guy who's 20 years old and he's had 0 sexual partners. Who do you think is more likely to be able to manipulate the other in a sexual way in this scenario?
17, 5 partners, and who else?
And a 20-year-old who's had 0 partners.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
We'll say a 17-year-old girl who's had 5 partners at
Like I said,
17,
like-
and a
like-
20-year-old.
I view the world with my own lenses, right? I don't give a fuck what components you're putting, right? I don't give a fuck whatever the fuck you have at 17, right? At 20, you're 17, right? If it's not hi, hello, anything above that, it's not happening. So you have 0 leverage. Zero maneuverability, 0 whatever, 0 power, you hold nothing. 'Cause I'm not a deviant. I'm not affected by that. I don't want it.
Okay, so you think that for every circumstance where a 17-year-old could seduce a 20-year-old into some sexual thing that would ruin the 20-year-old's life, in all of those scenarios, every 20-year-old was a sexual deviant?
Yep.
Okay.
Flat out. Absolutely 100%. Yes.
Okay.
Did you expect me to say no?
No, I mean, you can commit to that position. That's fine.
You could literally you could even add even more components, right? If you want to, of power dynamics, such as I'll give you money, I'll give you power, I'll give you whatever. You will not.
No, that's fine. Well, no, that's okay. But so wait,
it's not happening.
I understand. Yeah. So the 17 and 20 in every single circumstance would be bad, but 18 and 50 is a-okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I draw the hard cutoff line at 18. Sorry, that's just what I do. Call me a deviant or like a virgin signaling cuck or a fake Mother Teresa. I don't give a f. I draw the hard cutoff at 18. That's what I do. It's what I uphold. These are my worldviews. That's it. I don't want to fucking hear it. I'm not gonna entertain some possible. What about this? What about? I'm not hearing you. You're a deviant. You're a loser. I don't want it.
Okay. You can have that. That's fine.
Once you're past 18, it's in my opinion, right? Your age above 18, there is no like, I assume you know all of this about the world. I assume that you're more mature or dude. If you were to apply that elsewhere in the world, you'd look brain dead. It's not a good smart standard to apply.
Okay.
The same way, right?
Yep.
There are people in the household that have to take care of their little brothers, little sisters, right? And they have to do like a bunch of like motherly tasks or whatever the fuck, right? Mm-hmm. And they are probably more ready to like be a mother figure for a person that's somebody who's like 60 or 50 when they were like 14 because they've gone through that. They have done that. Therefore, right? They have that knowledge and skill set. But that doesn't have to do anything with the other topic, though. Does that make sense or not?
Sure, yeah.
It's not because you're older that you know all these things.
It's because after you turn into an age, sure. But then why can't a 17-year-old 10-year-old?
Because biological markers.
Okay, what about 17 and 10 then?
Dude, I don't know how that works. I date my age bracket. Okay,
No, I'm not asking about your age bracket. If 50 and 18 is okay, why not 17 and 10?
Listen, you're going to engage in dialogues, right? that automatically make me lose, right? Because it's, oh my God, dude, if I did my research before the stream, I'm sure I could give you some fact about science.
Hold on, to be clear, you're the one that pushed me to have this discussion, okay? I gave you an answer like, I don't really care much. You're like, no, why don't you answer like you're not a cuckold and blah, blah, blah. Give me the hard answer. Okay, well, fine, fuck it. You want to have the conversation. So that's why we're in the conversation. You opened it with Dr. Disrespect and you asked me for the answer and I gave it to you. Here you are. And now we're here, okay? And now you don't want to tell me why a 17-year-old with a 9-inch throbbing cock, okay, can't take it to the 10-year-old Bubble Guppies fan, all right, in his fucking elementary school. I just want to know the answer why. Just tell me why.
Listen. Since I am no longer equipped to navigate this part of the discussion, I refrain from it in order not to say some dumb fucking idiotic shit. You want to know why? You want to know why?
Why?
It's not something that I've thought about or I like thinking about, right? If I had the data behind it, I'm sure we can navigate this in a certain way. I can't.
Okay, listen,
do it.
that's fine, okay? I've thought about, okay, I've thought about this a lot. I think about sexual dynamics and what's ethical or unethical in sexual relationships quite a bit because I'm a streamer, because I deal with a lot of different people. Then there's a lot of things about like, is it okay to fuck fans? Is it okay to fuck the streamers? Like, how is okay? How blah, blah, blah. Like, these things I have thought about quite a bit, especially because in the streamer world. Stop! All that shit. No, you just said like, oh, I don't think about it. Okay, these things come up a lot, and I think it's good. I think it's good to be able. Well, if you're Aiden Ross, it is. I think it's good to be able to look at situations people are involved in and have some kind of mediation in your head, some kind of schema where you're like, oh, this is why I think this is good. This is why I think this is bad. Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But something more than just like, sir,
Destiny.
she was 17 years old and 364 days. You sick. In xQc's world, there's a girl who met a guy at an airport and they're flying west on an airplane and she's giving him a hand job and it becomes statutory rape because she de-ages because they're flying west, okay? That's what I'm saying is stupid. I just don't think that makes very too much sense in my opinion, okay?
I get it. I understand now. What I'm telling you, it's not because I think actively about the world that I engaged in and that I engage in now, right? Such as, I am of this age. I interact with people of this age, right? Right? That I also think about what about when I was 16? What if the person was like 5? Wait a minute, I'm gonna do some research on this. If the one doesn't equal the other, just because I did research or I think and know and have questioned myself on some topics that I've done about all the topics and all the possible arrangements. I haven't. How does that make me even lesser?
Well, the issue that I have is it sounds like you haven't thought about any of the arrangements. You're just going by numbers. I don't even know if these things matter that much. I go with the ones that apply to more possible like things that could happen. Yeah, but you shouldn't be
often.
thinking. No, when you're thinking, you can think about this when it comes to making laws or like general principles. But for yourself individually, you probably have to be specific to the instance. You can't think of general rules of thumb. There are absolutely 25-year-old girls or 30-year-old girls that I've known. Okay, where you're like, I could destroy this girl's mind because I know that she's too immature to deal with XYZ or whatever. I absolutely could annihilate this person and use the sexual yes. Yeah, but I wouldn't be thinking like, oh, well, this girl, I know that she's always going to be fine 100% because she's 30 years old. So it's absolutely okay every single time. I know that's fine. No, there'd be a whole bunch of other principles that you would apply. And
right,
honestly,
exactly.
The age would almost never factor into it because I've known some 30-year-old girls that are fucking insane and I've known some 14-year-old, no, I'm just kidding. I've known some 20-year-olds that are more mature than some of the 30-year-olds that I know, right? So I'm just saying that like in general, when you're evaluating the morality of a particular sexual relationship that you are pursuing or deciding not to pursue, there are a whole bunch of things you're weighing in your mind. And once you get past like certain ages, like you're not even really thinking
18.
Of like, oh, sure, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just saying that you're not thinking of like just the age, like, oh, she's 19, so she's okay. Oh, she's 22, so it's totally fine. Oh, she's like 28, so it's totally fine. Oh, she's 30,
Destiny.
and like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay. I had this analogy in my head, and it's so good. You're gonna have everything that I know about this. Okay.
Ready? Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nets made of condoms. Okay. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen. Here's how it is, right? Here's how it is. I have a car, okay? And this car, okay, is functional. It has all the parts that it needs to go on the road and be driven. Yeah? A car. You ever seen a car before? You know what a car is?
I do indeed.
A car. Okay? This is my car. And my car goes on the road and boom. Okay? Well, okay. I mean, sure. Yeah. Okay. I had that car, whatever. Okay. Right? My moral standpoint, my compass, right, is I don't give a fuck what components it has, whether the car has very good windows, very good paint, very good aerodynamics, right? If the person 18, the car has no wheels. It cannot go anywhere. That car can have everything. It cannot go anywhere if it's not 18, right? So yes, I can apply some case by case, right? If somebody's like, let's say they're 20, and say I only date 3 years under my age bracket, right? Right? If it is of my opinion that if I'm, let's say, 30 and this person's like 20 or 21, whatever, I'm dating 9 years under, right? I'll check the quality of the windows. Do they match my windows or match this? Is the spoiler like what I want it to be? Is it like advanced as I would want that age would give you, right? But
I understand every. I understand.
Or no wheels.
Yeah. Analogies only like are required when the person doesn't understand the point that's being conveyed. I understand what you're conveying. Okay. The problem with your analogy is you're saying that like I can't fuck with this car. It doesn't have any wheels. I can't fuck with this car. It doesn't have any wheels. I can't fuck with this car. It doesn't have any wheels. But as soon as like another car with no wheels shows up, magically both of them pop wheels out of their like fucking wheel wells. That's the issue. That's why I don't understand it. If you're saying that this car is so fucked that before a certain age it doesn't even have fucking wheels, then why is it that when another car with no wheels shows up, both of them suddenly sprout wheels and can drive? That's what doesn't make sense to me. But in your world, it's fine. I got it.
Because I know it sounds outlandish, right? With my understanding of the world, I think there are important factors, part of the growing up, upbringing, schooling, or whatever the fuck, knowing about the world, right? Where I hope, and I think, and as we combined with brain development, cognition, psychology, that at 18, it's pretty much fair game, right? The rest you can analyze whether it fits you or not, whether it's, but
I
at 18,
understand that. But none of these things that would make it so you're incapable of deciding, discerning a predator from a non-predator when you're magically at 18 that develop. If you can't figure that out at 17, then you're also going to be vulnerable to other 17-year-olds who are trying to mind fuck you. There are predators who are 17 years old in high school. Of course there are.
You have to draw the cutoff at a certain point.
It's not about a cutoff. It's about you saying that people below the cutoff can fuck other people below the cutoff, but people below the cutoff can't pursue people above the cutoff. That's what I don't think that makes very much sense. If it's so severe, in my opinion.
Okay, if you're lacking some part of cognition, brother, somebody brain dead does what? Brain dead things. Yes or no?
Well, they do nothing because they're brain dead, but yeah. Oh, you mean like metaphorically brain dead? Yes.
Yes, right? So if somebody does brain dead shit with another brain dead, it's like, okay, whatever.
It's still illegal. It's not whatever. It would still be bad.
Is it illegal?
If I'm retarded and I attack somebody who's a minor, or if I attack somebody who's an adult, or if I'm a minor and I attack somebody who's an adult, or I attack somebody who's a minor, it's always bad. No, brain dead people can't do things with other brain dead people, and it's okay if the other person is brain dead.
Wait. Okay, you took brain dead way too literally. We're not talking about like some fucking like a mental patient. These people should be like in places in supervision where they don't have access to like a knife or they're gonna go kill people. Okay, like I'm in brain dead as in like you don't have everything you know about the world.
I understand what you're saying, but like the answers you gave earlier just commit you to so much foolishness. You told me if a 20-year-old fucks a 17-year-old, you said he's a deviant if he's even attracted to her. But let's say that a 20-year-old is dating and fucking an 18-year-old. They have fun, they have coitus, they're smoking a cigarette, the girl rolls over, and all of a sudden the boy hears her on the phone and she's like, oh my God, and she rolls back over and he's like, what's going on? And she's like, my mom just called me. There was a printing error at the birth certificate factory. I'm actually 6 months younger than I thought. I'm actually 4 months away from being 18 years old. I'm not 2 months into being 18. You're like, oh, that guy, he was a fucking deviant predator the whole time. That's retarded.
Oh, wait, we both agree to that though.
No, what do you mean we both agree to that? You said he's a deviant predator for even being attracted to her.
Wait. Attracted to it knowingly.
How are you knowingly attracted to somebody? You have to ask their age before you find out if they're hot or not?
Oh, my bad. Okay? Now we have new components where the person is blind, has no information. Dude. In every scenario where there's a deviant involved, the person has some form. 99.999% of the time, some form of knowing. They choose to ignore the signals. They choose to be blind. They choose to look elsewhere. Oh, well, I didn't know. No, dude, that's fucking brain. That's deviancy. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know what you just said. Do you really think there's a significant difference on average between the way a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old looks?
Okay.
Or acts?
You say look like it's like, hey, how are you? And you're already fucking dicking. Like, it's like I'm talking to some robot who thinks, I see a person. I am now inside of them.
Oh, okay, like, or you're talking to a streamer. Hello.
Dialogue.
We are both famous streamers. Pretty sure either of us can open our Instagrams, find some girl in DMs going like, hey, I think you're actually kind of hot. I like your streams, LOL. And then you open her Instagram and you look at her fucking pictures. You think you can instantly tell like, oh, she's 23 years old, 6 months, 14 days, and 6 hours old? You can't instantly tell which one is the other. And if you're a famous person, especially something like Dr. Disrespect, or either you or me, there's tons of random chicks in your DMs that are DMing you shit like that. 100%.
Okay.
I'm not talking about a guy who's going to like a fucking place called St. Margaret's Junior High, and he's walking around with a bunch of girls that are wearing the Star of David with 17 points on them, with a new point growing for every year of their fucking age. Where it's like, oh, 17-year-old pussy.
You should know better and do your fucking due diligence and your fucking homeworks, okay? If you're gonna tell me, dude, oh, this guy's innocent. He didn't see the graduation picture, right? That was her last post 4 days ago. Oh, he didn't see the picture in a high school class, right? Last week. Oh no, he didn't know. Dude, you these people go full blind. Don't inquire about anything. Don't talk. They meet the person, and immediately they are already fucking it. That's not how life operates. Yes, there's some outsiders, certain things. You're at least gonna have some level.
It depends. If you meet somebody at a party, if you're at a party, you're all drinking, whatever, you're hanging out. You might meet somebody and hook up in a fucking in a bedroom upstairs. You might hook out outside. You might go to yeah, you absolutely could. Without doing a full fucking background investigation, without going to www.personalfiles.com and paying for the $25 premium option, okay, to do your research on your M4 chip iPad on every single part of their fucking history to figure out how old the government of the United States of America says this person is.
Okay. So that's the level that you think you have to achieve in order to fuck somebody and not be a deviant. I'm starting to think you actually might be a deviant at this point. On God. No, seriously though. You're off your rockers entirely. Like, dude. Like, it's crazy how much you think that
the fact that you, just to be clear, the fact that you think that a 20-year-old fucking a 17-year-old is super immoral, but a 50-year-old going after an 18-year-old is A-okay, means that you're way more likely to be a deviant than I am. Just as a heads up. Because you're telling me that if somebody could prove to you that you're there a day over, whatever the fuck, that is like the determinant factor on whether or not you're able to fuck them or not. That is wild to me. That like, oh shit, well as long as you're 18, fucking play ball.
It's not because I have a strong view that I would do that myself.
I'm not asking you
how that works.
No, I don't.
Well, how that works?
Sure, tell me. Walk me through it.
Well, okay. If you tell me somebody did some drug, did cocaine, right? So because I say, oh, okay, yeah, I mean, they can try shit or whatever, doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm gonna go do some cocaine. You get that? Like, even though I know and it's how I see things, I still don't operate that way myself.
Okay, you're taking like the ultimate pussy road out of this. It would be ethical for you to do cocaine, though. That's what you're saying.
Ethical?
Like a 50-year-old fucking an 18-year-old, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are some things at play, right? I don't want to have a blanket rule of no. For underage, yes. For over the age, no. That's it. If some guy got fucking got 18 years old, right, and end up fucking working every day in a fucking sweatshop, didn't interact with anybody, doing it with his entire life, and now he's 50, and now he's gonna meet somebody who's 18, they are pretty much both mentally at the same spot. If not, the person cognitively regressed where he knows less about the world than she does.
What about a 16-year-old who's in a coma and then they wake up and they're 25?
Wait, what?
Let's say there's a 16-year-old, they go into a coma, and then they wake up another 25. Can they fuck another 16-year-old, 17-year-old, or do they have to fuck adults now?
They have to fuck adults now.
Wouldn't the adults be raping them, though? Because they only have, like,
even
the
though
mind
you're
of
in a coma,
you're still growing and learning?
I would assume your brain developed. No, actually no, because I think that you would be considered like emotional age backed up, or like you're GG, right? Like I think there's classes for that in society. There's a word for it, whatever, right? Where some people it can happen where they live in like captivity, or they were kidnapped, or whatever the fuck, right? And they are severely underdeveloped in a lot of parts, right? It would be like you're fucking somebody who's like mentally deficient. It'd be like,
okay, that's fine.
Retard.
So then when anime people jerk off to 1,000-year-old vampires in 9-year-old bodies, that's okay because like mentally they have the age of the 1,000-year-old spirit, right?
Dude, what are you talking about? What is this guy fucking?
Wait. Dude. When you do like, dude, what are you talking about? As a way of not engaging.
No. I just said no. I said the other couple thing.
But I'm saying when the mental is aged, they're aged so much mentally. 1,000 years old mentally, they're aged. It should be okay, right?
Well, I don't understand the premise. Wait, I don't get the premise.
If a vampire goddess who's 1,000 years old in her soul is stuck in a 9-year-old body, should she be fucking 9-year-olds or 18-year-olds?
Wait. Why are you using a fantasy thing of some magical world now? Something that cannot happen in real life. Why are you using that?
I'm just hypothetical. I'm just trying to see where your principles are at.
My principle is that the person that's acting and engaging in those ways is actively attracted enough to like fantasizing about people that look like they're 9-year-old, and that's what they want out of it. Therefore, that person is a fucking deviant. It's not that hard to find a distinction. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, hold on. Now, what you just said there, I 1,000,000% agree with. If that girl was messaging the doc and he was saying things like, I love that you're 17. I want you to message me when you're on recess. Shit like that, where they're getting off to the fact that the person is young. I think that's really weird and really creepy. And I think that would make it way worse than if the girl messaged and she's like, oh yeah, like I'm 17, let's oh, yeah,
we
sure,
agree to that. Way worse, yes. It's still in the class of really bad things to even engage in such a way, even if there's no hints that he likes that more than other. I don't give a Still flat out wrong. How wrong it is? Sure. It's not as wrong as if they met up and shit and all that. That's not the same fucking, that's worse. I just think it's bad enough to be bad to engage sexually regardless of somebody who's underage. That's it. Bro, it's a blanket point. It's blanket. Okay,
it's blanket. Then in that case, I think we agree mainly on everything. It's just that my bar my floor for care is a lot lower than your floor for care. Your floor for care starts pretty high because you think it's a really bad thing if somebody who's underage gets fucked with by somebody who's older age. My floor just starts a lot lower where I really don't give a fuck until I start seeing the interactions. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, this I think is really fucked up. This is really bad. And those can get really bad really fast. With like 2 messages, they get really bad really fast. But like unless I have more information, I just don't really care that much. I don't give a fuck.
Gotcha. Oh, I mean, shit. Since you're a parent, how would you apply that, right, to your own life? How would you feel about it?
I would feel 1,000,000% the exact same. That if somebody was older and they were messaging my kid or if my kid was messaging somebody else and they were trying to like solicit some shit or whatever, and I saw it and that other person was like, like playing into whatever, I would be fucking pissed at the other person, and I would be fucking pissed at my kid. I'd be like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you fucking retarded? Why the fuck are you messaging these people saying this shit? You know better than this. Even at 13, you should fucking know better than this. You're fucking retarded. What's wrong with you? But if I saw that another person was like aggressively going for my kid, and they were the ones making, and that would be wild. That would be way worse. Like in that case, I wouldn't feel like, I'd be like, damn, bro, like, I don't know if I would hold my kid as responsible at all. The other person was like driving all the fucking interactions, and I would be way more upset at that other person. Yeah, 100%, of course. So like, let's say 17,
right? And it was like, yeah, yo, dude. And I engaged in those really bad ways. I do this. I don't want this example anymore. I don't want to do it.
Do it.
Well, no, it's not. I don't. I have a moral code, right?
To not do hypotheticals?
To do hypotheticals involving people's children, it's not.
Bro,
right.
people say way worse things about my channel all the time. Who cares?
I don't care. I'm not doing it.
Why? You can't. We're literally talking to thousands of people online who are.
Moving on.
Wow.
Moving on.
Okay.
Let's say it was 2 other people then.
Okay.
Some guy's 17-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Some guy's 17-year-old, and then I was like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Something pussy, but and now it's obviously of sexual nature. I'm like, what are your plans? What are your plans for VidCon? Are you going to VidCon? Because we could probably hang out if you want to. Just me and you at VidCon, right? And I was at, like, do you think that parent would be, this guy's a fucking deviant bitch ass? And it was, yeah, this is deviancy. This is a deviant. Would it be okay to call me with that person a deviant? Yes or no?
If they're the ones saying those messages?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So.
But if I read the messages and my kid was the one driving all of the engagement and all of the actions, I don't know. I might say something to the other person out of anger or whatever, but I'd mainly be coming down on my kid. Because not to bring up a whole other fucking thing, but people treat 17-year-olds like they're way more retarded than they actually are. And I don't know if it's just a thing where people get older or whatever, but a 17-year-old knows what they're doing. They know they're smart enough to know whether or not they should be propositioning men that are 30, 40 fucking years old for sex or not. They know better than that. Now, they could be taken advantage of 100% in ways especially by predatory older dudes. Absolutely. But like a 17-year-old who's driving all those interactions, they know better. And if my 17-year-old was doing that, I'd obviously have them block the person. But most of the coming down on, most of this one would be on my kid. Why are you being a fucking retard? You're gonna go meet with this dude who's fucking 40 years old? Like, were you gonna tell me before you? What?
Should know better.
Yeah, 100% they should. Absolutely. Because
when you have 2 parties, it's not no better, right? That's not how that works. Your equation is flawed. It's no better than what? Then no better than no people? No. It's no better than who they're interacting with.
No. Sex is not a zero-sum game. No. The goal of every sexual interaction is not winners and losers, where it's Death Note, and you're trying to out-mind the other person. So no, when you're engaging in sexual behavior, it's not no better than the other person. It's know enough to do what you are responsible enough to do. And if you're too retarded as a 17-year-old start messaging a 40-year-old dude, you're probably retarded enough to message another 17-year-old and get knocked up as a fucking high schooler. Both cases are really fucking retarded. In that case, I don't know if I care as much. You got knocked up by a 30-year-old or knocked up by a 17-year-old. You got knocked up as a high schooler. You might destroy your life regardless.
Okay. Now that I have this argument, you think it's all kind of gray area, gray, like, case by case? It's where we disagree. This is the fundamental disagreement between me and you. You think that my example, because I was with them talking, was going to be 17 should no better than 25 or whatever, right? When I was going to transform this, right, into the next components, which is just if you're a minor, you shouldn't say that they should know better than somebody who's of age. I think that's just a black and white. I classify underage, of age.
That's fine. That's cool. I think that's harmful. I think it's a horrible view for the world. I think it infantilizes young adults, adolescents who are absolutely know better. And I think it's unrealistic because kids are not fucking stupid. I don't know why adults do this. They treat at every age, they treat children like they're fucking idiots. They treat them stupid when they're 6 months old. They act like they can't tell when parents are fighting. They treat them stupid when they're 4, 5, 6, 7.
To protect them.
No, that's not protecting. You're endangering them. You're making them into future rape victims by saying my 17-year-old is too fucking retarded to know whether or not they should go across country and fuck a 42-year-old. You're making the rape victim when you say shit like that. It's such a fucking retarded. It's such a stupid fucking way to view children and to view the world. Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Okay, retard fest. Listen, it's not about harm. It's about potential harm. A lot of times, it's not about harm itself, but harm prevention. This can happen. It's too likely to happen in these zones. We're going to say these zones are off limits. The fact that you think we should have a black and white off limit zones is fucking ridiculous. Because you know what people are going to say, right? People are going to go, you're letting it to the people, to the individuals say, oh, well, it's case by case. Do whatever you want as long as you didn't. They're gonna say, "Oh yeah."
Why is that? Those aren't the only two options.
And see who's gonna drive the convo.
No.
And they're 14.
No.
Well,
Those aren't the only.
This pretty well, so I'm gonna let them drive because they know better. Like, no.
Why do you think the only two options are either black and white or just do whatever and it's all whatever? No, what actually has to happen is you need to not be a 2-inch cocksucking fucking loser fuck parent who's too much of a pussy whip fucking bitch to talk to your child about sex and tell them, hey, if you're gonna start fucking people, here are some things that you need to know. Instead of just giving this brain dead blanket advice of, oh well, if you're a minor, as long as you don't hook up with any adults, you should be okay. Because that's not real advice. No, you're giving the privileged retard fucking take. You have to have real conversations with children because guess what? You're 17. Oh my god.
Okay. Dude, you're right. Privileged.
Okay.
Because you're a dad, and then you might be a good dad, and because you have a certain criterias to how you parent your kid, right? That most kids in general have the same.
This applies to all children and all parents. If you tell a child,
nobody tells them this shit.
If you tell a child, don't do something. If you tell a child, you're not protecting. You're just creating victims. If you tell a child, don't do something because I said so, guess what? The second they're out of your sight, they're going to do whatever the fuck you told them not to because it sounds fun and exciting because you've never given them a reason not to do it.
Most kids don't have that figure. They have an iPad. iPad doesn't tell them that. You understand?
That's okay. But if you want to take that position, well, they don't have any advice, then the rule should just be, listen, if you're a kid, don't have sex at all, period. Don't even fuck your peers because you're a fucking retard. xQc says all you have is an iPad, fuck the iPad, okay? Buy the fucking iPussy and hook it up with the USB-C and fuck that because you're too fucking stupid to engage with anybody sexually and the risks for sex are really fucking high. Believe it or not, xQc, whether you're fucking an adult or somebody your own age, the risks are really fucking high. They're insanely high. You believe it or not, did you know that you can get raped by another 17? Did you know 17-year-olds can rape each other? Did you know that they can spread STDs? Did you know that they can get you pregnant? Almost every single bad thing an adult can do to you, a person your own age can do, especially if you're a little girl. Did you know that? Isn't that crazy?
Okay. Didn't you know that all these factors are exacerbated by the fact that somebody has a cognition to fucking to use that onto somebody else when they're of age to somebody that's not of age? All these factors are worsened by age. You understand?
None of that changes anything I just said. Yeah, for older people, there's even more red flags. But when you do a black and white xQc approach, then the impression is, well, as long as they're my age, it should be okay. That's what you're selling to them. When you say black and white, don't do any marijuana, don't do any of this, don't have anything, then they're thinking, oh, okay, well, in that case, marijuana's really bad. Well, alcohol must not be that bad because it's legal.
Case by case.
No, you can't do case by case. You're the black and white guy. You said 20 and 17. You said 20 and 17 was immoral. No, you said 20 and 17. No, you said 20 and 17 was immoral, but 50 and 18 was A-okay. That's what you said. Black and white xQc world. That's wild to me.
Of age or underage? The fact that you're navigating this in a way that's like,
the fact that you think that at 18, the brain fairy comes down from heaven and fucks you in the ear until you've magically been blessed with the cognitive abilities to divine who you should fuck and who you shouldn't fuck, that's the position that I think is retarded.
So you think that your average Joe can take these components and apply them in a safe way in the world and you'd be okay with every child and every underage person that to people that use all these factors to their own discretion and operate that way? You think that's like a healthy thing?
Yes. I think it would be better to talk to a kid and say, hey, here are things you should look out for sexually, and here are things that are okay sexually. That should be part of it. One of those red flags is when the other person has the ability to have a lot of leverage on you. That leverage could come in the form of independence, money, age, any of those particular things could be things. Rather than just saying, oh, if they're too old, then stay away from it. Don't say yes. This isn't your position. This is my position. Don't say yes.
Why do you think that? Yeah. Why? Okay. Yes. But why do you think that is though?
What do I think what is?
The reason is more important than the fact, right? In this instance, right? Why do you think that I would think that somebody is more prepared at a certain age than not? It's more likely, right, that society, schooling, or other factors that they go through, right, will have taught them enough things to be responsible in that way, right? Otherwise, they're unequipped to do so. So yes, it'll be a case by case, but if they're underage, I don't think it's a case by case at all. It's just not.
It is a case by case because you have to start.
You
you have
assume
to evaluate.
to protect them.
No, but you have to evaluate whether the person's a minor or not. Because if they're a minor, all of a sudden fucking them is okay. But if they're older than that, all of a sudden it's not. That's black and white. It is case because you still have to evaluate on age. But even if you figure out that it's a minor, you still have to run through all these other checklists of things. You shouldn't just be relying on the age of the person for the minor to determine if they can fuck them or not. Oh well, they're 17. Oh, that's my age, so it should be fine. That's stupid.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I agree with that.
So I feel like it's probably better to teach somebody what are red flags for sexual relationships, what are things that are okay, what are things that aren't okay, and then you go from there. That's a better way to teach somebody than to fixate on, at 18, you think somebody's blessed with cognition.
Yes, although I agree, I don't think that that people should suffer because of like the bad apples that don't verify this thing. And I think you should apply a higher standard for when people are underage in order to protect them. And I think that's perfectly okay. There are people that won't have that education, that talk, that level, whatever, right? And having bad actors in the mix, I think it should be weighted out by that, exactly.
That's...
Don't,
If you think that that's okay, but you don't need to apply the standard on the age. It's not bad because of the age. It's bad because of all the other exploitative factors that exist as a byproduct of their age. It's usually bad because they don't have independence, because they're relying on their parents for things. Because in the United States, they can't sign fucking contracts. They might not have a car. They might not have their own job. They might be lacking certain cognitive wherewithals, depending on how young they are, to make any of these decisions, right? These are the things that you should be mindful of, because all of these issues can also extend to somebody past the age of 18. Trust me, there are plenty of people at 19, 20, and 21 who are also too fucking retarded to be having sex. And if you're a 35-year-old and you're going after them, in my mind, like, here's a statement that I'll make a hard statement right now, okay? A 45-year-old that happens to fuck a 17-year-old, if like a ton of people are in his DMs and one of them happens to be 17, that person in my mind is less worse than a 45-year-old who exclusively tries to chain fuck 19-year-olds. I would say that easily, because one person is intentionally targeting a group of young people that he knows that he can have leverage over, versus a guy who happened to fuck somebody who's 17. I don't really, depending on how the DMs look, I probably don't give a fuck that much. Versus the guy who's hunting somebody who's 19, but in xQc's world, it's not as bad. You know, they're all adults. That's crazy to me.
Oh, I mean, if you want to make a decision, sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that.
Well, your earlier analogy is literally okay.
Well, okay. If somebody is dating one, I won't assume they're deviant. Does that make sense?
Okay.
If now they're doing it in serial, they're only targeting, and they're giving me a lot of hints, yes, I'll say, yeah, that's deviant. They're doing that intentionally and exclusively and all that. But I apply the label much more harshly when it's under the age, where I don't give a fuck if it's 5, 10, 20, one person, a little bit sexual, very sexual, intent to meet or not. If this person engages in an appropriate way with a minor, it is automatically deviant.
Sure. I think I like 99% agree with you. Yeah. I would just have, but it would be a case where like, I would just have to see the DMs to know how much I care. Like, again, if the other person is throwing themselves at the deck the whole time, it's like, oh, fuck it. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. It's probably deviant. Yeah, probably bad. Yeah. But like, if the doc is chasing that person, I think it's a billion times worse in my mind. That's just how I view it. So when you asked me in the beginning, what do you think about it? It's like, I don't really care that much. That's what I meant.
Well, I mean, chat, if I was backpedaling, his chat would call me out. You guys don't understand the nature of the argument. Like, when you give more data to something, when you explain an example with more clarity, yeah, you're going to navigate differently. It's okay to have some level of black and white and a little cushion of a gray area. If you push the example to that point, yeah, we'll have to explore that gray area, right? But when it comes down to the actual core argument of me not settling on that point, is I'm being rigid on the underage part. I'm rigid across the board.
Okay.
Like if you ask the question, oh, this person is dating a person who's 20 and they're 60. Are they deviant? Well, I might be gonna say, I don't think they're deviant, right? We say, well, wrong answer, because this person only dates 18 to 20 every time and goes to seek them out in colleges and online chat rooms. Well, yeah, this person's deviant. I would label this as kind of predatory for sure, right? So I don't think it's a backpedal or I didn't change it. It's just that we've expanded the fucking example. Yeah?
Okay, sure.
Oh, boom. So we agree then.
Sure. But that was in the beginning when we talked about DrDisrespect. That's why I was like, oh, I don't know. I'd have to see the DMs. If I get more information, then I'd definitely probably move.
I don't really want to know. I think if it's sexual in nature, right? I'll make it assume.
Wait, you don't want to know? I do because I would say I think that it's. I would say
as bad.
That's fine for you. I think it is meaningfully way different. And here's what I would say. Okay.
Oh.
Let's say that the girl was messaging him, she ends up revealing like they've been sexting, and then she's like, oh, by the way, I'm 17, but by TwitchCon, like, I'll be 18, blah, whatever. And he's like, oh, whatever. And he keeps going, whatever. And at that point, like, whatever.
That's called grooming.
No. That's not grooming, but
kind of.
It's not at all. If the relationship begins sexual and it's always sexual, whatever, it's not grooming. But if that happens, in my mind, I'm like, you probably shouldn't do that, whatever. But
no, hold on,
okay,
back it up. That's grooming.
I don't want to argue this.
If you're preparing somebody for when they're going to be of age, and you're introducing the topic of sexuality before they're of age, in order to get there and do that, that is 100% grooming.
Okay.
That is by definition
that can be fine.
One of the best examples.
That can be. It's okay. Sure. If that was the case, okay. But let's say that it was the case that Dr. Disrespect DM'd somebody because he saw them in a chat and he saw them saying something like, oh yeah, like they still make us wear skirts at my private high school, ha 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 ha. And then he DMs her and he's like, hey, I saw you, I'm the 2-time doc, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, and he's like, so how old are you? And she's like, oh, I'm 17, blah, blah, blah. And then he were to continue on that way, at that point, I think that there has to be major external investigations at Twitch, because I would want to know why you have a person that you've seen hunting down other minors and you protected that person from the entire world, from anybody knowing, and you let that person go onto other platforms and have the same access to minors without bite because you didn't publicize any of this. That I think that in that case, I think those two situations, not only did Twitch mess up there, every single person that would have had information about it, I think would be complicit, because if Dr. Disrespect would have come out and actually met with and raped like a 17-year-old, I would say, wow, you guys, what the fuck did you think would happen? That's why I would say that the difference here is important for me.
Your editor should title this with a nice thumbnail: Destiny meets civil law. The intricacies of fucking lawsuits and fucking and court cases in the civil department.
What do you think any of this has to do with civil law?
What the fuck are you talking about? This entire thing was like a settled case. The whole thing. That nobody's talking. Like what?
Well, I wasn't even getting into a moral argument. I was getting, or I'm sorry, into like a legal who broke the law argument. I was saying that like people should be held responsible if they knew that he was like seeking out minors and let him walk away to another platform to ostensibly continue the behavior. That doesn't necessarily mean that's a good.
Letting him walk away. Okay, how do you? Is this how you paint the situation?
Yes, that's what happened. Yes, he walked away from Twitch. Yeah.
Okay, so in a scenario where they want to protect the victim and make sure that the victim doesn't potentially suffer more than they potentially allegedly already suffered, right? How do you navigate this?
You publicly say, we had to let the doctor go from our platform because he was aggressively pursuing underage people on the platform.
Okay, it makes sense. I mean, from a moral standpoint, right? From a what I think should happen in life, absolutely, right? Is there a singular world where this is what would happen at any corporate in the history of corporates? You know what? That's just a flat out no. That's like a utopian fucking. There is no way in fucking hell any company would say, oh, by the way, a guy used allegedly our product we designed to prey on people and reach their target. Then they were going to go potentially and allegedly to one of our events to meet up and conduct in lewd acts all under our supervision, all under our shit. And we got him out. Dude, that is fucking PR, suicide, intentional fucking tanking of it. if you think that they would have it in any world, you are fucking brain GG.
Do you want to know what's even more PR genocide? Do you know what? You want to know what? Do you know what is even more PR suicide? Is if Dr. Disrespect goes to another platform, hunts down a 17-year-old, fucks them, and then it gets publicized that this is the exact reason he was let go from Twitch, and nobody said anything.
Oh, so now we're going to use these hypotheticals then. Now you're using a new hypothetical to move the goalpost. Okay.
Hold on. Stop.
Let's go.
No. Wait. Stop. Nobody here is moving a goalpost. My initial argument was that depending on the DMs, if he was seeking aggressively in a predatory manner and hunting for a minor, that if Twitch, if they let him go, I would expect that there's a decent likelihood that that behavior might continue. If he is fielding 100 DMs from different chicks and one happens to be 17, well, maybe not. I'd feel a little bit differently in that case. Like, yeah, if he ends up fucking with me, well, it's kind of whatever. You know, maybe Twitch should still be liable. I don't know. That's pretty fucked. But if he's like hunting minors on the platform and Twitch knew and they just let him walk away to another platform where he has just as much access to as many young people, I would say, what the fuck is wrong with you, Twitch? That's wild.
I mean, that is what I would want. I would want to happen, where everybody does the right thing, right? Nobody is harmed, and then potential harm to zero, right? And liability is at the right. Yes, I agree. Is it surprising or a shocker that things went the way they did? Not really.
Well, maybe, but that's what I'm saying. It depends on the DMs. Like, for instance, what if we get a full leak, and we find out actually, he messaged that girl and he went after her and she was victim number 15.
Okay.
At that point, you don't think that Twitch would not only have a moral responsibility to disclose, maybe a legal one, I'm not sure, but at least a moral one. Don't you think at that point that Twitch would probably try to protect itself and say, listen, we got to let this dude go rather than let him go rape somebody somewhere else and then it comes out that we knew about all of this, we didn't do anything?
Okay. Yes. Yes. What does that have to do with reality? This is a hypothetical, but what
I'm saying that part of the reason why I would want to know what was said before I have a reaction is because knowing exactly what was said and exactly what went down would make me scale significantly how I feel about it and how I feel about all the parties involved. So I'm saying was he hunting 17-year-olds or did someone want to mess with him? I'm just saying it would scale how I would feel about the circumstances.
Okay. So my stance, I have I draw a line, right? Like a graph, right? Of good and bad, right? So my current opinion, right, is what was done, right, is from the scale of bad to terrible, right? So I place what happened allegedly, right, and all these potentials in this entire box of bad to worse. That's it. That's the take. It's from bad to terrible, right? So that's it. But the fact that people are like putting this box somewhere else where it's more this could still be okay, I think is ridiculous. You not agree with that?
Sure, that's fine. But I felt like when I was asking the earlier hypothetical about the drunk driving thing, it felt like you said that both were like equally bad. And then when I asked you the thing about like, what if you chug the beer before you get into the car so you're not driving with the open container, you're like, oh, well, you should just chug the beer so you're not breaking the law. So it felt like before you were leaning really hard on like just what the law was or just like some iron fucking principle. Whereas I'm more like, it depends on how this like thing played out.
Same thing. Nope. Same thing. Then we're done then. Yeah, it's same thing. Same thing as fucking, there's always going to be a degree. So he says, this guy did a sexual crime. Okay, that's in like the really bad things, right? But it could be way worse, right? But I'm gonna hold a stance, and I'm gonna say for a fact, we are in this zone of bad, of terrible to worse, right?
Is that just you just have like a blanket rule for like all sexual crimes are like all equally bad?
Dude,
or not equally bad, but they're all in a thing of like really bad.
I try to.
Okay.
Why? Do you not?
No, I think something I just don't care that much about. If two 17-year-olds like filmed a video of themselves like fucking each other or whatever, and they got like FBI busted for making child porn, I was like, you probably shouldn't have 17-year-olds like sending nudes of themselves to each other. It's probably not good for a variety of reasons. But like, do I care that much about this? Not really. No, I don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, we know where you stand. What an eye opener.
Based.
Do you think? Having a thought daughter? No, I never said that. What?
Do I think about having a thought daughter?
No, this don't know. This the brain. I said, what do you think about having a thought daughter? Do you know that your daughter is still a daughter, even though they're like 30 or 40? Or if I'm currently 70 years old, right? My
If you're
daughter,
currently
if she's
70
20,
or 7, oh, if you're 70 years old, okay.
if I'm 70 years old and my daughter's 30, it's still my daughter. It doesn't imply that she's underage. Like, what the this Donald's brain dead, man. I'm over it.
True.
Like the guy said, oh no, isn't this the guy that said that he wouldn't mind having a thought daughter? Bro, if I have a daughter and she's 30 and she's a thought, if it is what it is, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna put her in a cage and say, you can never have sex again? Stay in the cage? Do I be able to do I be able to steal the cage? This person?
Based.
It was my role to educate and put them in the right direction in their upbringing and to make the correct decision and proper things. And if some shit happened and they don't anymore, well, I mean, they're now of age, they're now adults, they navigate the world the way that they want to, and there's not much I can do. I cannot force my way upon anything, and that's just the way it is. I did a bad job as a parent. GG. I had 18 years to fucking do better, and I didn't. So my fault. This is why people like. I find it funny when some parents in some of these videos where their kid does some crazy shit, they go, "Oh my god, I can't believe this happened." Nah, you probably had a pretty good idea of what was possible based on what they were saying, doing as they're growing up. They probably give you a pretty fucking good idea of what was the potential zone of things, right? You're just a shit parent. It is what it is.
Okay. Well, listen, I love you. It's
Do
been
you agree with
fun.
that or not?
I feel like you're right, like 95% of the time. But I feel like I've seen situations where you have like a family where you have like 3 or 4 like well-adjusted kids, and there'll be like one that's just like really fucking weird, or like a family in a community that seems like decently well-adjusted, but for some reason like one kid is just like something is like happening. But I think probably for the most part you're right. I would assume, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I was more of as in like people that are like, they'll go, "Oh my god, wait, no way, this happened. Oh yeah, by the way, this person, yeah, they got expelled from 3 schools for being violent and bringing a knife and a gun in school, and
or the person who's got like a 2 like book like fucking rap sheet or whatever, and the person's like,
yeah,
oh, I don't
like,
know.
Oh my god,
sure.
you could have never predicted that this child was gonna be violent. There's no possible way. Like, how could this happen? It's like, bro, shut up, bitch, fucking dumbass. Like, when watching this video of this killer last time, like, the mother was all up in arms, like, oh my god, how did this happen, whatever. And then the kid got like expelled or some shit like that for bringing a fucking like a hammer or some shit and hitting some other child. Like, it's like, oh man, it's just forget it, man.
More often than not, I think it's usually pretty.
You want to go to sleep? Go to sleep, man. Good night, man.
Yeah, I'm tired. I love you. Good night. Be careful. Don't die.
Good night. Good night, man. I love you too, man. Bye.